Tonko is a very strong player as well. So that's still, even though we're lacking like the big names like your ISDDs, your Killzoo's, your Zernas, they're not here. But still, there are some some killers. And right here as well, .exe, very strong jury player from Germany. One of those players that you really got to pay attention to.
Oh, spectacular. Really excited to see like new names regardless. And especially characters that you don't see too often, like Honda too, right? Because you can see how Kills You, now he's made the full transition over to Mai off of the Cammy, and you're seeing the usual top tiers. It's always nice to see underrepresented characters, and we're already seeing EXE show the knowledge in the matchup, but still trying to struggle against the headbutts.
Yo, the whiff punish with the headbutt, you know, that's when you know the Honda player is prepared and has the charge ready. But there is that hard counter to the headbutt, the perfect parry. And .exe, he's been one of the jury champions since the game is released. Not dropped this character, didn't get tempted by the Mai or any other top tiers coming. So this is one of those character specialists in EU. And his thing is kind of like, he's always the bridesmaid, almost never the bride. So I really want to see him like take a W here today.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's always those like just below the usual top 8s or even the top 8s, but they're always out at 5th, right? Hopefully EXE's got enough to do so today. And I mean, it looks like the adaptation is definitely there. It was probably just growing pains or trying to understand what your opponent's doing in the first round. You know, a lot of Japanese players, or the strat in Japan is kind of just like use that first round to just absorb knowledge. Don't think too hard about winning it. Just so that way you can have a stronger second and third round. It looks like this is exactly what .exe is going on. He's going to be able to fully route into the level 3. Should be able to close this out despite the big body.
Oh yeah, of course, 10.05 or 10.5k. Honda is a little bit privileged, but that minimum damage scaling isn't going to save you this time. Yeah, .exe, as you said, like the first round is always data. Recovered very nicely.
Yeah, I'm sure .exe definitely has like Honda experience. I don't know how many Hondas there are in Master Rank, to be honest, or especially in tournament play. But it's kind of just like a binary character, right? Like he has the butt slam and the headbutts, and that's kind of just like the bread and butter of what this character is. Admittedly, hands is like the fill-in, the in-between. Obviously, the watching out for the Ocho throw as well is pretty much in-between. So trying to establish a game plan is really just how you use those first two, right? Exactly just how you... Whoa!
Oh my goodness. .exe, that's the wrong way. Okay. Man, you can't do that. Ooh, and that Ocho throw reset, bro? Damn.
That's knowing your numbers right there.
Yeah.
Proper damage allocation. But yeah, he's a very straightforward character, and like you said, the hard counter to the headbutt, which is when you think about it, it's the hard counter to a lot of things in this game, isn't it?
That's fair. But especially, I think it's especially mean to Hana, because either you perfect parry the butt slam or the headbutt is like, okay, I guess I just lose. But again, what we just saw there as well, the ambiguity of the butt slam makes it such a pretty potent tool if you're not prepared for a Honda. But so far, .exe, he's showing that he has the Honda relatively well in check. But again, that Ocho throw is so cheap.
Yeah, I feel like don't let the MR numbers dissuade you or try to give you any data. Like, everybody can fall victim to a command grab the same way, you know? So looks like Adreniel is just going to have to block out this level 2 in that burnout, not able to fight back with much, trying to brute force his way in with the butt slam, but here we go, the empty jump throw is going to do it too. Has him in the corner, he's about to recover the drive, so he's back to a healthy game, but no, getting caught with the low forward. And this is the first to 3 too, so not quite out of the woods yet.
Yeah, of course. I love the first to 3 all the way for Street Fighter 6 so much, because this game, like, I think this is the most volatile Street Fighter game we've ever had.
Okay.
First to 3.
I want to ask what you mean by that.
So, I always call back to like that tweet that Tokido made. Like, you can win against a first to 5 against someone 5-0, but the next day you lose again. Like against the same play, you lose 5-0 as well. This game can be so heavily snowbally that. Like, of course, skill will always be a factor, but with the drive system and how, like, hard this game can go, you can lose off of one wrong interaction.
I see what you're saying. I think I agree in some respect. Oh yeah, okay. I mean that was an awful situation. Unless you were burning or rather buffering the CA, there was really no way out of that. I can understand and agree to a degree, right? I understand that this game forces a lot more interaction than any other Street Fighter in history. Outside of possibly Third Strike, and even then Third Strike has some like, oh yeah, this is just straight up a TOD. And I think that the point of contention where it's like, yes, you could 5-0 somebody in one bracket and then or one day and then go 0-5 to them in the next day, even possibly the very next day. I think that has a lot to do with this game being so weighted towards like player agency, right? Like you are fighting the player way more than you're fighting the character. Like you're fighting the way that they interact with the deep systems. And sometimes it's really hard to stay consistent. I think that consistent players in this game are probably some of the best fighting game players ever. Ever.
100%. I think you're spot on there. Like the agency, this game forces you to make decisions. And I talked to Zerna, which is one of the best players in Europe. He's from Netherlands as well. He's like, this game, all about forcing your opponent to make a decision. And because every single round starts with a full stick and drive gauge, amplifies that to like an order of magnitude.
Yes, but the thing is, you're making so many decisions in a round. It's not necessarily like, oh, I made one wrong decision, now I died. That does still happen, where it's just like, yeah, you just made the most incorrect guess you could have possibly made. That was 3-1 for EXE, I believe. No, that was a game for Dranio. Yeah, it's 2-1.
No.
My bad.
That's okay.
It's like, even though you can still make a game-losing decision once. It's like the game is very much presenting you with the information there. Seth is fired. Yeah, no, that's my fault. I'm sorry, directing the entry tie. The game presents you with all of the information necessary from the get-go, right? Like it is present to new players, it's present to spectators. It's not like Street Fighter 4 where, oh, I got knocked down and I'm just gonna get throw OS and like unblockable and until I die, maybe once or twice, and that's really the end of that. And there was much more of that in that game, and the one-touch or two-touch situations in Street Fighter 5 than in this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like even though, like I played a little bit of Street Fighter 4 a couple weeks back, and like I always think Street Fighter 6 is fast, but then you play Street Fighter 4, like my walk speed's like, oh my god, I am zooming across the screen. How fast is my jab? 3 frames? Excuse me?
Yeah.
That like
that's the purest 3 frames because there's no input buffer.
Nope.
It's 3 frames, man.
But even then, like if I play Street Fighter 4, for some reason it just doesn't feel as fast, and I think that's because in Street Fighter 6 you have access to those EX moves like right from the start. Everyone can do like 3 EX DPs or ODDPs rather in this game in like 2 seconds. In Street Fighter 4, you had to work for that.
Yes, I think the pace of Street Fighter 6 definitely feels very fast from the get-go.
Oh my goodness.
But it probably gets normalized later on in a round. Really nice whip punish there from Adranio. I think that it normalizes. If you were to look at the Street Fighters like over time, like as a game progresses, it probably looks similar when it comes to like actual time of the game. But it looks really weighted for Street Fighter 6 in the front, just because of how, like you said, you get the EX moves immediately. Oh, that had to have been a mistake, right?
Yeah, definitely a buffer because now, yeah, .exe has every single resource available to him. There's that feng shui engine we activate.
Ooh, still have to watch out for the OD headbutt. Still has some drive meter left there. And look at that, trying to just back off and keep Hydraniel from stealing this round away. .exe only has 1 bar left, but that should be enough with that amount of
jumping so much. Yeah, and .exe noticing that Hydraniel is jumping so much. There's the throw, gonna close it out. This time it is actually 3-1. Looks like, Seth, you were predicting the future with that a little bit. Wait, is it not?
They're going right back in. Yeah, they accidentally started. I think .exe just hit the Alt F4. 3-1 for our first set of the day. It's again, I'm coming in from the US, so this is my Saturday morning. This is a nice, I was gonna say this is a nice way for me to start off the weekend, is watching some Street Fighter 6. and talking to my new homie Jay Free, man. It's always good to like pick people's brains. Sorry for like the way that I have the conversation in the first set for pools.
No,
I like to pick people's brains about the design for Street Fighter 6. I think that when players and spectators and people who watch the game and like the game start to understand the intent behind the design in this game and certain decisions and the system mechanics and characters, I think it helps them speak less negatively about the game, because I think that understanding is very, very important.
I fully agree, because the one thing I hate about Street Fighter 6 right now is not the game. Not at all. I love the game. It's the discourse. Like being on Twitter is like, oh, I hate Street Fighter 6 because of course every single game has people like, oh, I hate this and this part about the game. But I honestly think this is probably like the most complete Street Fighter game we've ever had. Of course, God,
yes.
This could be, if this is not your cup of tea or your cup of coffee or whatever beverage you have available to you, that is completely fine. I had a friend of mine, it's called Sam. We did like some content together. He discovered that he just did not like how the game forced you to play, which is entirely fine. If it's not your thing, fine. He went to play, I think, Virtua Fighter, which is great. If that's your thing, cool. But like, don't go talk the game, don't shit talk the game on Twitter just because it's not your thing. Like, I don't like that type of like discourse on Twitter, which is a lot of it right now.
I agree. It's when people speak in the absolutes about Street Fighter and the way that the game is, as opposed to just saying what they feel and what they think about the game, because that makes a lot of sense, right? If it not, as you said, not every game is for everybody, in the same way that not every character is for everybody, right? Like the Leith probably plays Chun-Li and got to Ultimate Master on Chun-Li in the same way that Cherubic Expe? I'm sorry.
Cherubic,
enjoys Zangief, right? There's probably two different perspectives on the same game. Even though they're playing the same game, they have their different opinions on like how it's supposed to be played and their own vision on like what they do in the game systems. So for people to speak in those absolutes, like, no, this is how it should be, there should be the thing that is the number one topic for me is the throw loop situation, because you could burn me at the stake. I think they're fine. I honestly feel as though like throw loops are like kind of integral to the way this game is designed and the way that the drive system is built. And yes, it's probably why they designed punish counter throw to be that way. It's why they designed the parry recovery to be as long as it is now, right? Like they probably want those kinds of situations to happen, because at the end of the day, yes, you can get thrown like 4 or 5 times in a row for 40% of your health, but who made that decision at the end of the day? You know what I mean? I spoke earlier in the last game. Sorry, last point. I spoke earlier in the last game just about how many interactions there are, and you spent every single one of those interactions to take that throw, and that should be as okay as it is to just EXDP and bust out of there.
Like, I can see it, honestly, I can see from both sides, right? Like, I understand, because we all saw like the Capcom Cup compilation with all the throw loops and stuff, which are like 10 minutes or something crazy. Like, I get when people like, yo, this game's just throw loops. And especially, like, the reason I didn't like that video was because a casual on Twitter will see that video and like, oh, this game is just throws. Well, like, when you and I, we look at that clip, you can see, like, the casual only sees, oh, he's just getting thrown like 20 times in a row. No, we see like every single throw is a conscious decision, and it's a decision made by the thrower, but also by the throwee. It's not just that he's like, oh, I'm just gonna take throws. No, he's thinking like, okay, these are the options here my opponent has. These are the options I have. What is the best thing to do here? And those intricacies are lost in translation when someone that's not familiar with this game sees that video, and I think that hurts the game. Like almost like it's like a negative marketing standpoint at that point.
Yeah, and that's why it's very important to talk about like the way that the game is designed. You know, it allows people's perspectives, and they can disagree, and that's okay, right? Yeah, but again, to loop it back, like when people speak about the absolutes and how Street Fighter should be, or like, you know, if you're willing, just go play another game. You know, there's a city full of wolves that will love you and love your presence, right?
And it's not like Steam just removed Street Fighter 5 from their platform. Like, you can still play it. It's still there.
You could. I'm
know
not
why
gonna
you
lie,
would,
man.
but-
I played Street Fighter V like last month with Bunch, and I was like, man, people played this for money. This is so. I played my main. I played Poison, and I was like, I missed Poison. I want her back in Street Fighter 6, but man, how do you do this stuff, dude? Where's my drive rush?
I will be full transparency. I played Street Fighter 5 when it came out for like 20 hours. I'm like, you know what? This is not for me. I'm gonna go back to Marvel.
Yeah, see, and you just knew, you protected your peace, and that's
Exactly.
that's an admirable thing to do.
Speaking about peace, Chirobuck is one of those. Going back to the match, Chirobuck is one of those Geef players. He does not he doesn't go for peace. He only wants violence. And late,
I've been noticing. I've definitely took note of that, dude. Like I thought that he did the level 2 combo in the last game. And the dash up into the hell stab. I thought the level 1 was coming after. I was like, yeah, here's what Geef wants to do, right? Every Geef wants one thing, and it's disgusting. And then he tried to go, and then he went for the empty jump low tick throw. It's another SPD to win the round. I was like, all right, Cherubick's actually disgusting.
So the funny thing is, between like Germany and the Netherlands, we have like 20 Geefs. I'm not even kidding. That is not an exaggeration.
Right.
We have so many. I don't know, man. Like I play Ed, so I'm like almost the polar opposite when it comes to that. But I don't know, man. I don't know how these people do it. Like,
yeah.
But apparently they're having fun, and I guess their fun derives from the opponent not having fun. Is all I can think of.
Chico says hashtag free veggie here.
Yeah,
for yet another one.
Yeah, Norwegian player, of course, plays Geef. Famous
Yeah, probably
for not
one of the
playing a
best
game.
EU Geefs I've seen.
Yeah.
Not
But he,
wait, famous for what?
For only playing one game in Street Fighter League EU last year.
Oh no way!
Did you not know that? Like, so he was on Team Ninjas in Pajamas, who won the EU Street SFL EU.
Oh, that's right. That was Veggie. Oh, my God.
Like he had Angry Bird, Big Bird, and Phenom, like 3 of the most dominant players in that region. Like he's like, I'm just here because I'm just chilling, man.
Hey, man. I remember. We'll single. We're not going to single out Veggie, right? I'll give people another example from the very first Street Fighter League in the U.S. There was a guy. Guy I know well. If you remember, his name was Classico, and this was back when they did the voting. You could vote in somebody into the Street Fighter League, and he voted himself in from the Midwest region. Because we were all like, oh yeah, we love this guy, he's really cool, really good Chicago player, and he really knew how to market himself, and he was like no jobber too. Like his online stats were really good when he played in online tournaments, when he played in our local tournaments as well. He made it to the Street Fighter League, and probably I think that Veggie is taking more shine because Street Fighter League is more popular than it was back then, but it was basically the same, man. Like he played one game out of the whole time, busted out.
His team just won. Like Ninjas in Pajamas mopped the rest of the league. Like it was not even funny. Like Angry Bird, that was probably like at that point Angry was probably the best player in the world. The things he did with Ken, like how he was like right at almost any single interaction was like absolutely insane. For those who haven't seen it, yeah, you gotta watch it back. But Leif, he is still suffering now a counter match point, so he has to be careful. But Leif, he has been showing signs of life in this set, I want to say.
This is a tough one for Chun-Li, to be honest. She's relying a lot on how she plays footsies with Geef. The Kikoken is not really like scary for him, even though she does get the dash behind. It doesn't add as much pressure as I would say. I love when I start talking about how matchups are a struggle for one character as they win.
Really? So you think this is a bad matchup for Chun-Li?
It's not great. I feel as though it's even. You know what I mean? It feels as though like when she have a Geef.
Oh, I think Seb's breaking up, or is that my end? Hello? Everything okay?
I'm back.
Okay, cool. No, because I always thought that, yo, shout out to Flash Now with the raid. French owned Flash number 47. I always thought that the the Chun-Li matchup was actually in favor of Chun-Li because she has such long limbs and she's just able to keep Zangief out very well.
Yeah, she gets to keep him out. What I'm saying is, like, she never really wants to, like she has to hit confirm. She has to play footsies.
Oh,
she can throw those out there, but they will lose 9 times out of 10, especially with the stay medium punch buffs that they gave him. Any whiff from Chun is incredibly bad. It's incredibly bad. And I felt as though like her fireball doesn't allow her to like keep pressure that well. So I think that at worst it's even, but you know, even in this game can be, because every character is still relatively good. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think every single character in this game can win a tournament, 100%.
I think every character in this game has at least won a tournament, like a major tournament, right?
Like I mean, Marissa at the start, of course. Big Bird was one of the best Marissa players in the world at the start of the game before she fell off. But then again, Lily, of course, Chakotay.
Chakotay's Lily, yep.
Yeah.
I think even prior to Chakotay's Lily, we had who's the Japanese Lily player?
Problemex played Lily as well at the start.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember
but he
that.
dropped him for Blanca pretty early on as well. I know the Japanese player you're talking about, but I can't think of the name.
I
know what you mean.
I feel terrible, but it's all right. Speaking of which, characters that are winning tournaments left and right, we got Mai here on the screen. A lot of people's contention for top 1 or 2. Respectable opinion. I don't agree.
I think she's like in that top 5, but like the top 5 where like it consists of like 7 or 8 players.
Yeah. I agree. Like 7 or 8 different characters that just rotate in and nobody can really contest.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree. Exactly. A modern Mai, though, is one thing to note here, too. Yimbo had a lot of success out of the UK with this modern Mai, apparently. So I'm curious to see it. I think that I actually don't know what buttons she loses.
Me neither. Like, I have not really taken the time to really see, like, I think the best modern character, I think Chun-Li, like, she loses the least amount of buttons. Ed is very good as well in modern. Like, he only loses like 1 or 2 buttons, but I'm not sure about Mai. I have to be totally honest. Oh, wake up super is gonna connect, doesn't kill though.
Yeah, look at that. Pretty tough. Nice. The level 1. Man, those level 1 stacks not carrying over, you guys are blessed. If those stacks carried over, she would be objectively top 1.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. That it doesn't carry over. I won't lie to you.
Modern Chun loses a lot of buttons. I mean, that's true.
Really?
I don't think that she loses like the core essentials, right? Like, because she still gets her command normal. She still gets crouch medium kick. She still gets the sword strike.
I think recently in the most recent patch, they gave her like the stance buttons, like yellow 3, the kick buttons.
They did. That's right.
With the assist input. So like with the stance, because that like was like the big thing that she was missing. But now she has the stance buttons back. So a lot of players. So yeah, modern Chun-Li might be it. Oh, that's a combo. What?
Yeah, look at the desperation from Dims 2 to try to like bust through with the drive impact. Yimbo still has a lot to recover. Not going to recover that. The punish counter throw going to net Dims the first game. Yimbo, we didn't see a lot of. Again, I love when I'm about to make the mention. I was about to say we didn't see a lot of EX fan there. Immediately round start EX fan.
I mean, that's the game plan, right? Round start EX fan.
Yeah, until they show you that they're willing to deal with it, that they understand the distance. It's not easy. I will say it is very hard to try to manage EX fan. Like, there's so many distances you have to be wary of. Perfect parry, a lot of people say, is their solution, but sometimes you just have to block it out and be net positive with the drive meter. You just have to assume it's like, yeah, if I block the 50-50 that's coming, she spent 3 bars. And I just have to take that.
Yeah, I think just perfect parry is like, what do you mean just perfect parry? Like for the top players, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But for us normal people that are like pretty okay at the game and like know how to play it, but can't really do that, is like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, there's moments where it's like, you know, the way that she can drive rush or the way that like the point in which she drive rushes can really mess with your perfect parry timing, as well as the distance that she does it, right? Like the distance that she initially throws the fan. So quotation marks just perfect parry is never the most consistent answer, because you can say that about anything in the game. Just perfect parry it.
Yeah, it's a hard counter, as we said before. It's a hard counter to so many moves. Like, if you just have the perfect parry, like, you're asking me to do, like, was it like 2-3 frame perfect window button press? Like, how many?
Right,
I mean,
man.
if this was the Street Fighter 4 days, I'm like, okay, maybe that makes sense, because that game is full of like 1-frame links.
Yeah.
But in Street Fighter 6, where you can buffer everything, I'm like, nah, fam.
Right. And also, one thing that's interesting too is that Mai, I think, is a great character, even in Burnout too. One of the testaments that make a character exceptionally good is like how well they use their meter, how well they're able to force interactions for you, and how well they play in Burnout, I think, was one factor, as well as like how good their lights are and how good their like defense, their meterless defenses. And Mai is one of those characters that's just like, her buttons are just, they supplement every range that she wants to play at so well. And despite her fans, right? Like, she just feels comfortable despite having no meter. And then she gets meter and it's like, okay, OD fan, here we go.
Yeah, I think she does need to be toned down a little bit. Like, I think the OD fan is a little bit egregious. I will be honest. But other than that, I'm not sure if she's top. I don't think she's top 1. But then again, Japan is so ahead of the curve with most of these things. Like, they were like, yeah, Ed is broken. Where most of like, yeah, Ed is okay. Yeah. And then we saw players like Momochi and Lishar like whopping brackets left and right, and like, okay, Ed might be a little bit of a problem. And then now Japan's like, yo, she's causing trouble, and I'm like, I don't know. And then we get Rebel Kumite, and I'm like, okay, Mai might be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, I remember people's first impressions, at least locally or like outside of Japan in the Western world, was that Mai seems weak. And it was ridiculous to say, because it was like, she's been out for a week, right? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Japan kind of made that hard read. But I think that there are things on her that could be like the egregious stuff, the kind of brainless stuff, the things that like maybe don't have very strong interaction, could possibly be toned down. I'm not a designer. It's tough to say, but I think OD fan, if people say like they should look at OD fan, I don't disagree. I think that that's probably where they could start at the very least, because Mai needs that, right? If Mai's going to do OD fan into drive rush, she should be allowed to do so. I think
it's
that maybe they could play with the timing of the second hit, like the timing of the fan bounce. Maybe there's something there, but I'm not entirely sure.
The thing is as well, because so I play Ed, and what I usually do is like I loop people with like the OD or the charge flicker, which I think is what it's something that he's designed around to give you those 4+ frames, because you have to work for it. You have to stand there for like 24 frames, if I'm correct, charging. And if you block that, sure, but you deserve to be mixed, because you shouldn't have. It's like in that philosophy, you should have been there. You should not have been on that space in the screen. With Mai, I feel a little bit of the same. But OD fan is like, it's very fast startup, and you get instant mix. So I think it should be maybe OD charge OD fan can be a little bit ridiculous.
Well, I think we're talking about two different things here, because we're talking about like Ed's meterless mix option, even though he does get the metered mix option, which is quick. Right, it's about as fast as OD fan. It brute forces your 50-50.
You're right.
But I felt like Ed's identity has a lot to do with the fact that he can conserve so much meter with kill rush. Oki, you know what I mean? I think that's also core to him, and that's something that they kept, but they made him like the option for him to stop committing and like disengage. They made it so that no, Ed, you have to go in. You have to commit. Like, if you're gonna try to kill rush back away, they blew that up. And also they like cleaned up
change, man.
I know. A lot of Ed players don't like that, because it forces them to stay aggressive and be more picky about the range that they have to be in. And I think that there's some cases where it's like, oh, that really sucks. Like Ed is gone from that position, and he still gets hit by like a drive impact or something. I think that they're really unfortunate things.
Or her box.
It's massive, a massive hurt box now, and I think that you make a really good point in that it's probably core to Mai's identity,
to her design, like what the developers wanted you to do with this character. And I think following a character's design is more important than what I mean, if it's something egregious like Flashback, Injustice, Scorpion, the teleport, yeah, that was dumb. Like capital D dumb.
I mean, we're talking about NRS.
Yeah. So if that's your character's core design, then your design is flawed, and you shouldn't do that. But I don't think Mai's fan is nowhere near close to that. So I think maybe it should see some changes, but you don't want to like change how the character works, and you want it to function.
Right. I agree. It's you don't want to have to like readjust that entire game plan for that character, despite how expressive players can be in this game due to the systems. You don't want to have to kill a complete like archetype for a player, right? So if it's like a lot of players may depend on OD fan, maybe a little too much, they should probably strengthen the areas that like Mai can still do well, but just isn't as much. So that way they can remove some focus on OD fan and do other things, but still make it so that she's not like over-tuned, right? Like they don't want to over buff Mai. But I do suspect, I think it'd be really, really funny.
By the way, speaking about over buffing, there's something we haven't talked about yet, Seth, and I think that should be something that should be very buff. And that's of course this Maturino pool.
Oh my God, yes, thank
650. You. I mean, chat, I did my duty. Seth and we have claimed our code. I'm just going out on a limb here. We have claimed our code. Have you? There's still plenty of codes remaining if my eyes are correct. Wait, how much does that say? Jude, you got to refresh that page. No way, there's still 44 codes remaining, right?
You know what, man? I think you could be right.
Damn.
It looks like there's only 44 codes remaining.
You know, I'm going to take a page out of my dad's book. Chat, I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
I know expectations are the devil, but chat, come on, man. 44 codes still remaining?
I'm gonna appeal to their sense of community later on. I'm gonna wait until we're later on in the bracket.
But speaking of disappointment, I'm so sad Andre is not on the Ryu, because Andre, his Ryu. Have you ever seen Semi 28, Seth?
I have not. No.
So Semi 28 is the epitome of the online Ryu. Like why is he doing wake up DP so much, and it's constantly hitting as well. Andre, he's like a little bit a step below Semi 28. He's like black.
He'll wake up sweep.
Yes, and it will work. Like it will guaranteed hit, 100% hit rate. And Andre, he's one of those Ryus, so I'm very disappointed he's on the Akuma. But so far it's working. Yon Angel, we used to see Yon Angel on the JP, foregoing him now for the Bison. So far, Andre has the better of him.
I think that when you're going from Shoto to Shoto, there's a lot of skill like crossover there. But I think going from either Shoto to Akuma specifically, you're going to shine so well, because I think I honestly think Akuma is still the best character in the game. Like there's so much that this character has. And so much expression that he has, especially if you play other Shotos, right? If your footsies are incredible, you don't even need footsies oftentimes. You can just like rush them down. Look at this. That's going to route into level 3 DP, level 3, 100% kill. I think this character just has every tool in the book, and they try to compensate with like 900 health. But it's like, the one thing that I feel that lets Akuma shine over the others is that he gets conversions off of almost everything, number one. And number two, he gets to like, you know how most characters have to spend meter for like one interaction? He gets to spend meter for one interaction minimum.
Yeah, for sure. I think, like I always keep saying, like I feel Ken feels like the most complete offensive character. Like he has all the tools to build like a perfect offensive playstyle. Akuma is like the most complete character, period. Like he has both tools for defense, offense. His demon flip can be used both offensively, but also just defensively to get out of a sticky situation. And And yeah, I think I agree with you where 9K might actually not be a big enough difference for what he can do, because even though you kill him in one less interaction, he kills you with like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 less interactions with the amount of damage he can do.
Right, and this is obviously just like in a vacuum, right? Like the ways that we've seen Akuma, like the full understanding of his tool set, like 9K can matter in a lot of situations. In those situations, most notably, are situations like this, right, where you're stuck at a distance, you have to block a lot of mix, you know, like you're forced to interact a lot, and your opponent only has to cause 1 interaction and then you're dead, like this one. Look at how the tides turn for Yon Angel. Yon Angel was at that HP for maybe 40 seconds before turning this all around on Andre, because Andre just could not secure the kill after getting him in that corner, and then ended up burning himself out in the process. But
for y'all NA people who are not familiar, this is just what Yon Angel does. This is just like, it's Saturday for me. This is normal. To me, it was Saturday.
Yon Angel, thankfully, is one of the EU players that I thank you to Saltmine League that I'm quite familiar with. But you're absolutely right. Yon Angel playing from a deficit is not anything unusual, and for Andre to not be able to like secure that lead, secure that kill, this is going to be one more bad. Oh no, he dropped it, or maybe there was no pickup, no juggle point there.
Could have been a game-winning combo there, but now has to play a little bit more conservatively. The sweep is going to find its mark, and Andre cannot make any more mistakes.
The patience.
I would have fully expected the demon right there. Andre, knowing Andre, he would like pull that out of his hat.
In all honesty, he would have earned it too. Oh, tried to get greedy with the drive rush overhead raw, and Yon Angel was crisp with the reactions. The double jab, gonna tie this up now.
Yon Angel, of course, very young player, so I think he's like 18 or 19 years old, so he has those young boy reactions.
That's what it is. Oh, Yon Angel's young, you're saying, or Andre?
Yeah, Yon Angel's very young. He's like 18, 19 years, maybe even 17. Like he's like at that ending Walker age.
Incredible. Man, I can't deal with the zoomer reactions oftentimes, man. When I'm like running sets, casual sets with my younger friends, their drive impact is just gone. There's
Can you not react to my buttons, please?
That's how I feel, man. And it's honestly, this is what I mean by like expression, and you can really see like characters be played differently. Oftentimes, it's because of reactions. I feel like this is a Street Fighter where you don't always need reactions to do very well,
unless you do, you know.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, yeah, the 3rd time's the charm. I'm 32, looking 17. I still got reactions, says Neo Judai in the chat. Yeah, true, but I don't think looking young is the buff. Not in game. It's a societal buff. It's a social buff. But I don't care about social interactions. I'm trying to get out of these drive impact interactions, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say these video game interactions, man. All right, reset.
You dated yourself by saying video game.
Bro, don't talk to me, man. Don't do that to me.
Hey, I'm just saying how it is, man.
Damn.
No, actually, you dated yourself when you were saying you played Marvel. I don't feel like a lot of younger people are playing Marvel.
Bro, I still play Marvel, man. Holy, that might just be my favorite game of all time. Honest, for Marvel 3, that game's special.
Game's great. Game's spectacular.
Objective.
Never got into tag fighters. Always respected them from a distance, and they're great lab games.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll just like boot up Marvel 3 and just be in training mode like for 3 hours, just practicing combos. Like, okay, I've had fun.
Yeah.
Time to play something else.
Oh, the departure was gone. I thought that was a terrible spot for Andre because he was going to get jabbed into the departure, but luckily for him. And now Andre able to continue that drive rush. I think Yon Angel tried to jump away. I don't know how he just got hit raw. But Andre, it's funny because Andre has him in the corner, but he never looks like he's winning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but that's just like how Yon Angel plays. Like he is very good on defense. Of course, JP having so many defensive tools as well. Both like the departure, just get out, or the amnesia. He doesn't mind playing from behind. It almost feels like that's what fuels him.
Yeah. I like that Andre was switching up the block string timings there, staying really patient as Jan Angel was kind of just whipping that parry. It helped him bring to this situation, but this is still really, really bad for Andre because any big distance between the two and Jan Angel is going to get a free chip situation. If he wants to, he could just spend the level 2 and brute force it. But it looks like we're getting the meter back on both sides now.
Yeah. Andre in a good position. Oh, Jan Angel. Oh. The parry on the DI is going to give him another chance. 15 seconds left on the clock. Uh-oh.
The full send demon raid unfortunately did not work out. Jan Angel now at set point. And I'm very surprised that Jan Angel was as patient as he was. Both of them were very stoic in their pressure and in their defense, but it just worked out for Jan Angel in that situation. Once again, in the corner, Jan Angel not getting greedy about taking space back, but Andre spending the 3 bars just for a throw. Unfortunate.
Also, I was noticing as well, Jan Angel has been so good at meeting Andre in the air with at the demon raids with the jump medium kick. And now this is a very bad spot here for Andre. That's a lavushka. Gonna eat a mix, my friend. Shin's got clipped. Oh, would we drop him?
Yeah, unfortunately with the drop. I think that maybe Jan Angel was predicting some sort of escape. I'm not entirely sure. But, oh, the departures are gone! I feel like that's the death knell a lot of times for Jan Angel's pressure is when those departures escape. But the level 1 reaction to the drive rush. Jan Angel taking this set 3-1 over Andre. Oh!
Oh no!
My new guest, Elgato, everybody. Thank you for sponsoring the stream. Elgato, welcome to the stream. It's still good to have you.
This is so weird because it's saying, please run Elgato Camera Hub. I have the window open right now, so I don't know what this program is on about. Hold on.
Elgato, I've noticed. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of... Oh, I think Elgato did not want to acknowledge the issues that were happening right now. So we'll have to come back to that later on.
Wait, this
Everything
is
okay,
so
Jay?
weird. So I'm running I see my own face in the camera, like right now on the Elgato software. But OBS Ninja is like, nah, you ain't. It's still saying, please run Elgato Camera Hub. So I am the definition of confusion right now.
You know, the beautiful thing about the EU brackets online is that it just brings so many people from many parts of the world, like so many differences of the globe together. Thank you for coming back, Jay.
I'll have to forego my cool Metro City background, I guess.
Oh, it's okay. As long as you're in frame, we're all happy.
Let's go. All right, Farache versus Railgun, and this Railgun is probably the other player that's the big favorite for today. Has been like at many top 8 appearances here as well, but also in Salt Mine, 2 BCU, took a couple brackets as well. This is one of those kids who's been playing Cammy. He's been grinding in the last 12 months. In the last 12 months, he's been on a steady rise, getting top 8, a couple W's here as well. So this is, along with Jan Angel and Cherobuck, like in Chico, these might be like the big favorites for tonight. Or this morning, depending on from where you're watching.
Yeah, depending on where you're watching, exactly. It's always good to see like the new talent picking up interest, whether it was the prize pool for the CPT, their influencers, maybe even like their VTubers that were picking up the game over in Japan or just across the world, right? It's always good to see like young talent not only pick up the game, but to do exceptionally well here. Faraje, though, also no slouch on the Ken, too. It's going to get a huge punish, the side switch coming out here. The double dash for the Oki. And yeah, I mean, both of these guys I've seen relatively consistently on the Salt Mine or in the EU brackets.
Oh, yeah.
Railgun, yeah, exceptional skill coming out of Germany, keeping this pressure airtight there, but oh no, left the gap. Faraje not going to be able to quite get a huge damage punish, but bringing it back to the mid-screen, doing a lot of damage to the drive gauge, and that's actually possibly dead, level 1.
No, not possibly, definitively. I was going to say I love Stand Fierce into Jinrai, but of course, Railgun undeterred for now. We're looking very solid as always, taking game number 1. Man, this Cammy, even though like, I think Cammy's like in that is also top 1, but then again, as we said, top 5 is 7 characters. I think like top 1 is also 3 characters right now. So
right,
it's This character, I think for now will stay strong for at least like the next patch.
I mean, we'll see, because it could be the way that they're designed at their core, but we are in for some pretty major changes according to Capcom based on what they said with the Elena trailer a couple of days ago. They did say that with the Elena release, there will be major character changes to every person on the cast, as well as some system changes, which I'm very interested in. It could just be like tweaks to the drive system. I doubt we're going to see like a new mechanic or anything like that, considering
Wouldn't
that
be
there's a
surprised.
build.
I mean, how about this season 2, right? With the wake up drive reversal, I would not be surprised.
I think that that's going to be like a nice way to interact if they add some new defensive mechanic, maybe something to like quell people's disdain for the throw loops without like completely removing them altogether. That's just me, but we will have the Elena demo at EVO Japan. If there are any major system changes, people will still be able to notice them on Elena. But you know, the gas
you can only play Elena, right? In those demos.
You can only play Elena. People don't want they don't want people to sit there with a notepad just writing down all the changes they think they see. They want people to see that Elena doesn't have a throw loop in the corner, and people to assume that throw loops are gone when in reality it's just Elena.
Like the cap cops will be at the station like, no, don't you go pick Elena. Like they'll pick her for you.
Yeah,
I remember with like the Terry demo or something at Gamescom. I don't know what it was, like at an event. Someone played. I think it was like a friend of mine, like Ruzu, also doing commentary for kind of the Street Fighter Academy here as well.
Mm-hmm.
He went to an event and played Terry early. He was like, guys, I think throw loops are gone, and he posted that on Twitter, and like Twitter went nuts with it. But then, he's like, oh, sorry, that's my bad. I was playing on pad. I'm like, oh my goodness, you sent Twitter into a frenzy for nothing? I'm like, dude, I think that might actually happen with like the Elena demo.
I 100% agree, because you know why I know it's gonna happen? It was already happening with her trailer. Did you see?
Yeah, the Mena tweet. Yeah,
the Mena tweet had me so pissed off. I was so upset. Pardon my language. I saw the Mena tweet. He was like, look how far he threw her mid-screen. And I was like, you know how far people throw everybody mid-screen, dude? You know how far my throws mid-screen? And it's like, yes, they recover at the same time. I think that it was the fact that they recover like essentially at the same time, where it's like, that's why that she doesn't have a throw loop. But Mena was like, throw loops are gone. And I was like, you shut your mouth, man.
Only a
calm down.
Deals in absolutes.
Again, yes, exactly. Speaking in absolutes, dude. You could, I think, based on this evidence, I think throw loops could be gone if they apply this to everybody.
But Seth, you're forgetting. That's not how Twitter works. We want rage. We want interactions. We want that sweet, sweet Musk money.
Listen, I love gaslighting my friends and the chat as much as the next person, right? It's probably one of my favorite things to do. My favorite holiday is April Fool's Day, okay? But I'm not going to be out here lying to people on a normal day. Come on, man.
Anyway, Railgun, the Delta Red Assault, going to close out with a perfect round. 3-0, the baked powdered donut on the side of Farage. That's not going to get you very far, buddy. Railgun moving forward now in winner's side top 8, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was very much. I know that it's still early in the pools, and
Chico, exactly what I was saying. I think that was Ruzu who was trying Terry on a pad at like Gamescom or something. I'm not quite sure. And then Twitter ran with it. And then like the next day, like, I'm sorry, it's on me. I was playing on pad.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that we have to be very wary of all of the leaks, quote unquote, that are going to be coming out of EVO Japan. But if there's anything like objectively new system mechanic, like, oh, whoa, you can drive rush in the air now. Like, I think that's going to be something to look out for. Yeah, can you imagine?
Speaking about leaks, so okay, so did you see like the character leaks from like a couple weeks back?
I did see that. I don't have any faith in them.
I pray. I just want C Viper back, man. And I think she fits perfectly in this game, because you know, C Viper was like the original. Oh yeah, you just gotta guess character.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, that was always like, you gotta guess. She fits it perfectly, man.
Yeah, I mean, like in the constraints of Street Fighter 4, yeah, you gotta guess. But I honestly think that, like, in this game, if you're getting genuinely meaty left-righted, I don't think it's as valuable as like seismic pressure or like the burn kick in neutral, like playing footsies with burn kick stuff, right? Like, I think that that's gonna be more essential for her. But I think that like her left-right stuff might just be like gone.
Honestly, I just want like a character that has like that's one of the reasons I play Ed. I like execution. I'm a big combo guy. I love long combos. Like that's why I play Dante in Marvel. I play Steve Viper in Marvel as well because I love just doing. I love when my fingers have to tap many buttons. You know, I like doing cool shit.
Yeah,
and I think, I mean, we have these characters in Street Fighter, but I feel like it's only really Akuma and Ed that allow for like lots of character expression. And I think, to me at least, and I think we need another character that allows for a lot of expression because of the drive gauge system. It like a lot of optimal routes are relatively easy to do, and with of course the dream combo being so hard is what makes it cool. Otherwise, you would see dream combos every single time.
Yes, I agree. I think that the dream combo is like very awesomely unique to Ed. I would love to see more situations like that, and if that's something that they bring in with a potential C Viper, I would be very, very excited. I don't think that the way that characters are now is like lacking. If I were to like, I'm not going to hold them as like a comparison, right? I think that that's just neat that stuff like that exists. I don't necessarily think that every character should have that, but you know, players should have the ability to do hard stuff versus do easy stuff, and I think that that's present all throughout the cast. Like you said, in characters like Akuma. Speaking of which, Chico on the Akuma doing exceptional so far.
Bro, Chico is like Chico is insane, man. He's Chico is he's special. I love Chico. He's always memeing. Also, Akuma is not his main. He is like at heart he's a jury main, but Chico is just that good at the game. He can just pick up whatever he wants.
Ooh. Well, I'm glad to see at least a temporary character switch. Anything to come off of the jury, okay? I'm a big jury hater.
I was gonna say you don't like jury Miss Han.
I'm okay. Pass. I think Jury is fun to play when she's in Feng Shui Engine because it's very much like the high APM thing. Oh, okay. All right, Chico, I see you. I enjoy this
I mean, we saw it with Kills You as well. I mean, Kills You also started off with Jury, switched to Cammy, of course to Mai. Everything leads to Mai.
I think that there's like similarities from Jury to Mai. But the Cammy to Mai is like a different skill set. Chico, where are you going? You have a whole other set to play, bro. If Chico left the room, who's here?
Maybe he got SPD to like the Shadow Realm or something.
Look at that. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, he got hit with the SPD so hard he just alt F4'd. He was like, I can't deal with that. It's just
I'm out.
Chico, you still in the chat, man?
I know, like it said. I know it says like the flag. He's from Egypt, but he is residing in Germany right now for his study. So, but then again, I don't know if you know this, but Seth, but infrastructure in Germany it's not very structural. Like the internet in Germany is famously inconsistent.
Is it now?
Yeah. Like think of your most rural part in America that only has like a 10 megabit downstream line.
Oh yeah.
That is like 90% of Germany.
Wow. Interesting. They're just not fans of the internet as a government, huh?
Which is weird because like in the Netherlands, which is like their next door neighbor, I want to say like 70 to 80% has fiber.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I mean that there's a lot of situations like that in the U.S. as well, right? Like the Illinois, very good with internet because of. Well, I guess it's actually not even Illinois. It's just Chicago. Chicago has spectacular internet. Fiber first popped up in like the suburbs of Chicago, and then it moved in towards the city. But the rest of rural Illinois, like in the farmlands, non-existent. And I need civilization in order to survive. So I need fiber internet. So I could never do studies in Germany. I'm sorry. You guys need fiber.
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta get my my MR up, man, and I can't do it.
They gotta stack up that celery, man. Gotta get a high fiber diet, improve that connection.
Exactly. Yep. I got to eat my grains. Okay, cutting through with the follow-up from the fan. You can't quite armor through that.
Yeah, this is a rough matchup for Geef because you can't really use that armor because it hits twice. So yes. I think this, yeah, this is like the Chun matchup where I think Chun is like in favor, but this is like another order of magnitude where it's clearly. Yeah, Geef is like, yeah, I'm not having a fun time, man.
No, absolutely not. No, and it's not even situations like this, right? Like, this is everyone. Okay, you had the tech. Why do you wait until the last one? Okay, but Geef does have a somewhat consistent answer with the OD fan. Like, but it's all about the timing, right? He can armor through that first one, but you can't hold it for too long. Yes, the second hit shows up. You can push through it depending on where Mai is, but you always have to be aware of like the threat of her herself. It's so scary for Geef, like at most of the ranges, because even I wonder if he's going to throw out the stand heavy kick at some point. You did see it a little bit earlier, where stand heavy kick, it just puts her out of a punish SPD, like anything that Geef wants to follow up with, she's just absent from the screen, and then God forbid she gets the fans, the stocks, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I was having to text someone. I do apologize.
No, you're okay. Yeah, it's constantly bad for Geef. Oh, spending burnout for burnout, huh? Oh. No anti-tier 2, decides to just dash under. Has to be very careful about the positioning, putting himself.
I mean, this is potentially like even worse for Geef because with stocks have now been expended.
Okay.
All right, drive cage now back.
Oh, disastrous!
Level 3, floating like a butter, Mai sting like a bee.
I was worried that wasn't going to kill because he did this like super short route, but level 3 is level 3, no matter who.
Fun fact, did you know that the Japanese word Mai means dance?
I did not. That's really cute. Because that's what she does.
Exactly.
Have you been playing, not to speak too much about another game, this is just like a quick question. Have you played Fatal Fury at all yet?
Yes. I am actively, I'm going to play a lot. Also, I'm going to train because I have to do, I have a couple of comp spots coming up, so I'm trying to grind as much as possible. And I love how it's so different from Street Fighter 6. I think this is exactly like, because I've been playing Street Fighter 6 for a long time. I think I've been looking toward a game. Not that I don't like Street Fighter 6, but like I don't always just want to eat fries, you know? Like I want to eat some. Sure. I want to eat some pasta. I want to eat some. Hell, I don't even. Maybe I'll eat some broccoli. Like I want something else. And I think City of the Wolves is a great like palate cleanser to just play something else. And I think it's a great game. It's a
nice pickup from that. Straight into the level 1 for the immediate stocks too. I brought up Fatal Fury because I wanted to talk a little bit about Mai's difference between the two and how they how Capcom did such a good job like adapting her kit for the context of Street Fighter, and SNK like still keeping true for her in that game. I think that they shine really well in their own mechanics, but man, are they so different. The two versions of Mai could not be more different from the other. I feel like the fan stocks that Mai has in this game, she depends on fan a lot. And like drive rushing around that, her speed is incredible in this game. And then Mai in Fatal Fury is just like Footsie's God, right? She's just like kind of hopping around a lot, but for the most part, she's just like putting out these massive buttons, relying on them a lot. Her close range pressure is still really good too. Like they couldn't be night and day. In this game, she feels more so like, yeah, I'm just gonna brute force the situation. Where Mai in that game is like, she kind of has to earn it, you know? Yeah,
she's like a Footsie's character where she capitalizes off of other people's mistakes. Speak about like not making mistakes though, I want to shout out to Jam Duza 42 on Matcherino donating $60.50, bringing the pot up to $25. So get those Matcherino codes in chat. It's still going strong. I had to shout out that donation because that's a good Uber Eats order right there, man. $25, that's good.
Interesting for Cherub to try to go for like the air SPD, stall in the momentum when there's probably not much. Maybe trying to like catch an air grab or something, but the air SPD ended up spelling disaster for this entire thing because that anti-air just put him into, you know, more blocks pressure, more pressure in the corner. Actually, as I was talking about it, I actually completely forgot about what happened.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Back into the next round.
Yeah, and the thing is, well, Chico, he's sitting on set point. Like the set completely turned around after he switched off of that Akuma. The Mai just able to run around Cherubuk's Zangief for now. Again, Cherubuk in burnout. He does have the level 3 now, so Chico does not get free pressure anymore. There you go.
Oh, just too far. Probably thought that Chico was going to press another stand heavy kick and abuse the burnout pressure, but no, Chico has the level 2. He's not even going to need it. Goes for the EX elbow to close that one out. Good stuff to Chico on the Mai. Don't let this be any indication that Mai is objectively top tier. Chico's Mai is just really good. He's just a fan of the waifus, okay? That's how it is.
Yep, exactly. So also now qualifying to winner side of top 8. So I do think we have our full winner side top 8 full and loaded, which is going to be Chico versus Jan Angel. Oh, actually, we have one more match. I think we have one more match to decide who is going to fight Rail Gunno. That is EXE versus Yimbo.
Correct. Yeah, we're going to see EXE versus Yimbo. Also to update you guys on how the loser side is progressing. We saw Leaf is DQ'd from the bracket, unfortunately. So Farage is going to progress into the top 8 on the loser side. The only loser to so far progress into the top 8. The loser of that one, Chico and Cherubuk. Cherubuk now has to face off against
Pop-Tart, I think.
Pop-Tart, correct, to try to qualify
which
for
is
top 8.
a name I'm not familiar with. I will be like full transparency. There's a couple of names here I'm not usually familiar with.
Yeah,
but it might be because, you know, the cool thing is about, because we're missing a lot of like the big names, right? The Kills Use, your ISDDs. This allows like the players that usually don't get the stream match or don't really like they get their bracket demons with those top players. Maybe they got like nerfs. This is their time to shine. You get to see players that you don't usually see, which is the way how you can find like a diamond in the rough. So I'm very, very excited to see a couple of these players because even though it's sad that Leaf got DQ'd, very, very strong player that I don't think enough people know about. Teach, one of those as well, eliminating Tonko 3-1. Tonko from Italy. So a very, very strong player. So Teach, I think he plays Kimberly, I want to say. He's from Sweden or Finland. I'm not quite sure. But he's from that Norse region in Scandinavia.
Sure.
What if I told you? What if I told you guys? That Farage and Leaf played, didn't check in. Then I reset it on Star GG. Then they both checked in. Both exposed themselves. You know.
So now they're both DQ'd. That part of the losers bracket. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
There's gonna be one day, chat, where like I'm gonna be so. There's gonna be one day where I host one of these events. And there's gonna be a day where you guys are gonna catch me in a bad mood. And not reading the rules, not checking in, and the crash out that I've been holding in for the 2 years that this game has been out will happen.
I honestly feel like we get closer and closer to that every day, but I don't think it'll ever happen, Neo. I think by the time that the crash out, the Neo Judai infamous Twitter crash out happens, Street Fighter 7 will be on the horizon. I think you keep your composure too good. You need to intentionally crash out.
He might be the storm that is approaching. He might just be.
Might happen.
I mean, if he gets provoked enough, I mean, every single person has its breaking point.
Well, here's the difference. Almost invited the wrong person. Here's the difference between the two. For NA, let me tell y'all about these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, expose Europe right now. Talk to the EU. No, I'm kidding.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
So for
we're terrible.
NA, they multi-bracket all the time.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. I don't care. As long as they communicate, I'm like, okay, do what you gotta do. You make it work. But the problem is that they don't tell me. And then when they get DQ'd, they're like, well, why am I DQ'd?
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then in 7 weeks of hosting EU, you guys just don't check in on Start GG. Which is not
to be fair. To be completely fair, I have to, in their defense, in their absolute defense,
most tournaments are on challenge, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most of our our biggest tournaments, Salt Mine, full challenge. Like
Correct.
Us EU TOs, we hate dealing with Start GG. It is an awful platform. I am glad that like they split of Microsoft, because I'm pretty sure Microsoft was like one of the root causes why the platform it did not go to shit, but it was just always shit and just wasn't fixed. I sincerely hope it's getting some dev time, because even like I've run a couple events here and there, setting up on challenge, perfect. I just press a couple buttons and bam, registration open, people can sign up. For Start GG, I have to like figure out like ancient Egyptian tombs and like hieroglyphs to be even allowed to open registrations. Like what?
There's definitely an onboarding process. Like I think that Start GG is good for like long running stuff. If you are doing, because I haven't used challenge in, If you already have a page built, then you optimized everything once. You're okay for Start GG, because all you do is just copy the settings. I haven't used challenge in years. I don't remember. I haven't built a registration page in challenge in years. I don't remember if you could just like copy another one.
You can.
That's so nice, because I think that that's like the saving grace. I do like how much visual customization you can do with Start GG, and also there are ways to make Start GG work well for you, and especially now, admittedly, since Microsoft took over, now there are like they open up the API to like to say, for example, like a bot that tries to pluck the data. Now that data can just be plucked from Start GG, where it couldn't before Microsoft came in. But now that Microsoft is gone, I'm curious, because like Microsoft, the things that Microsoft did really bad was like stuff with payments, right? They made paying for stuff way more arduous, and now there's like a processing fee. And this is after Microsoft went away. Now there's a processing fee just for using Start GG, which really sucks. So I'm glad that I don't charge for my tournaments.
I think for like big events, like your combo breakers, your Evos, and here even in the EU, like your Evo Nice or your UFAs, I think we're big, because it is there's so much depth to Start GG with how you can configure things, and I think that's really good. And I think that's like the big weakness from challenge. Like challenge, very user friendly, but it's not that deep, you know.
100%.
So I think they're both like they're different like sides to like the same coin.
I agree 100%. I hope that the Start GG can at very least like find a way to bridge that middle ground with the user friendliness. But it's very good for tournament organizers. But either way, we're gonna get back into the set, talking less about the intricacies of our softwares here. We're gonna get into Chico versus Jan Angel. We've officially entered the top 8 territory, so I'm actually gonna take my job seriously now. So Jan Angel in the back foot, but no stranger to danger here. Going for the back throw to make sure that
instant level 2.
Instant level 2, I think, is very good. Wow, but the patience though. Actually deciding to do nothing, letting Chico hang himself in that situation.
Do nothing, competition kills itself. What is this strategy called?
You're speaking to me as a TO?
Take it any way you want, man. But Jan Angel just said, you know what, I'm gonna let this level 2 rock, and Chico's like, you know what, I'm gonna tap parry, and then just ate a bunch of damage. Jan Angel's taking the first round. I think this I'm not quite sure what about this matchup, man. I think these go pretty even, I feel.
It's yeah, I'm not confident. I'm not 100% sure on who wins what here. I think that Mai is probably going to have the same problems that everybody has against JP. Once a departure's on screen, it's kind of like a stop sign. It's kind of discouraging, but very nice. Using the double fan to pop the first 2 hits of the drive impacts, and then responding in kind with your own, tying up in rounds now. Yeah, it's kind of tough to say who wins this one, kind of candidly. And in all honesty, I think that there are a lot of situations, like a lot of matchups in this game, where it's tough to say. I don't think that matchup like strengths and weaknesses are very binary in this game. I think that characters have a lot of tools. Like when we talk about why characters can win any tournament, we talk about like how despite their weaknesses, they still have these like very obvious strengths, or their weaknesses aren't too glaring and stuff. And I think that it makes the matchup spread kind of fringe and kind of marginal. You know, we can talk about how like, yeah, maybe JP wins that, but I don't think it's like very observable, very obvious, or even very like exponential in how he's or consistent. You know what I mean? But either way, Yon Angel is switching off of the JP, going to Bison, which is pretty interesting.
I agree. I think I agree. Of course, the big problem is EX Fan or OD Fan. What does Bison have? OD Psycho Crusher. Projectile evolve from frame 6. If Mai is trying to throw OD fans from like far away, which is like how our game plan starts, Bison's like, nah, you ain't doing shit.
100%. I think that Bison is one of those characters that keeps everybody humble, no matter who they are, right? It's very much like once he knocks you down once he starts his pressure, if he drive rushes at you, like, yeah, Bison's another one of those characters where he spends resources for 2 back-to-back 50-50s. It's so criminal, man. I hate blocking Evil Knee twice. I hate this character. Bison sucks, man.
I think like Rain Pro said it best. With Bison, you only have to be like right about 10% of the time.
Yeah. You're so right, dude. I think that Bison is just, we talk about like character expression and how complex players can be from character to character, or rather like how expressive they can be. But every Bison looks the same, dude. I'm sorry to say it. This is a pick it to win character. Stop thinking character.
All right, now we're seeing full screen. The bomb has been planted with a low forward, yo. Yon Angel planted that bomb side B. Chico was ready with the ops, like, nah, the hell you ain't.
Look at that. Now trying to play the spacing game, now trying to play footsies. And it's really tough when you're trying to play footsies against either one of these characters. Mai lands that low forward. She gets that drive rush. She gets the party started, knocks you down once into the fan, especially when she hands the fan stock, but forced to spend the CA. Luckily, he didn't burn out here. This is going to do a huge chunk of drive damage just because it is basically from raw, you know, only with the OD Psycho Crusher follow-up.
Uncooked.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh, she got close to burnout. Has to be careful here. Yeah, don't block too many of those scissor kicks, man. Stocks have been depleted.
Oh, wow. Still tried to check against the stand heavy punch. Even though like there was a big distance between them, who knows if another stand heavy punch gonna come out there. So brave option from Chico.
What?
Unfortunate, missed the dive, or sorry, missed the DP and is gonna die for it. Yon Angel kind of getting away with murder there.
Yeah, that was really lucky. Yeah, that was for sure that the DP, but got the dash instead. Wake up level 1, of course. The defensive part is, of course, the weakest part when it comes to that. Master the Bison, but she's close to burnouts. Has to be careful here.
Yeah, it looks like Yon Angel is trying to snipe out that drive gauge. Has her in the corner. Not doing a lot to anti-air, but making sure that he can keep her in the corner regardless. It's going to regenerate, but oh no, the punish counter, crouch medium punch is going to lead to a bomb plant. The perfect parry answers everything.
Bro, I think Chico has bought the defuse kit like round 1. I'm pretty sure with how many times he's evaded the bomb.
But I mean, having to buy the defuse kit, kind of unfortunate. The throw punishing the, well, quote unquote punishing the drive reversal there. Still had to walk up. I don't know, that could have been an actual punish. He had meter.
Oh, and we swap in as well. This, I'm not quite sure about this matchup. I think I think this is a better matchup for Chico than the previous character, though. I think that Akuma works a little bit better, even though like Akuma still relies a lot on fireballs, because I think he has like the best regular fireball in the game.
Right.
But other than that, I think
it's essentially like the fact that she OD fan on reaction gets blown up by Psycho Crusher, right? So
yeah.
I think that now that he has just a regular fireball, a regular fast moving fireball, he can put pretty close range. It's going to put Yon Angel a little bit more on the back foot, and we're seeing a huge back foot right now as Chico starts this round off exceptionally strong, taking that lightning quick.
I'm pretty sure that combo had like 6 fireballs. Chat, check that. Has Chico dropped Jury? I'm pretty sure he still plays, but I think he's just recognizing that Akuma and Mai just like offensively are so much more complete than Jury. Even though Jury's like, she's a good character. She's just not as strong and cannot do the things that Akuma and Mai can do in this game.
I think Jury's really binary. I think we were talking a little bit about like how Honda is like a headbutt butt slam machine. Jury is very much just like a low forward or fireball drive rush machine. I don't think that there's a lot of expression on Jury outside of Feng Shui Engine. I think that she just runs her game.
Apart from that, yeah. Oh, that
still worked.
Damn.
That sucks. Anyway, I think the bomb planted. This is very scary. Yo, the trade saved his life. The EXDP out of that.
That was so smart. That was so smart. All right. So, Yon Angel's sticking it out with the Bison so far. Okay, but he does have a 1-game lead now. He needs 1 more game to move forward to top 4. It's a pickup. Yes, corner carry.
Oh, there we go. Keeping him in that corner. Nice whiff punish with the fireball. I mean, it was not necessarily a whiff punish. He kind of just like was doing the fireball anyway, but nice vatted whiff punish leading to this. But oh no, leading to a level 1 knee press nightmare. Backwards to the mid screen. Oh, you see him charging. See, yeah, it's the obvious tell. He threw 1 fireball. Yon Angel blocked it. And Yon Angel was like, I need to be ready for more fireballs. So now anytime Chico sees that he's not charging, that's basically a free fireball. When Yon Angel has to be very, very careful about how he approaches. He needs to approach honestly.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Approach her from the air. Of course, Bison does have the crouch heavy punch, but apart from that, he doesn't really have an uppercut. So Chico using those aerial options very well. He is on set point. Yon Angel finds the pickup.
Yeah, how's he going to capitalize from the bomb? Just goes for the Psycho Crusher, kind of raw too. Was brute forcing the pop, brute forcing the plus frame situation, but now he's got him in the corner. But Chico's not out of the woods yet. Okay. Actually out of the corner. Might actually be out of the woods. Never mind, the jab confirmed.
It stays alive for now.
Ooh, caught the startup of the OD Psycho Crusher. Just a little late on that. I think Yon Angel probably didn't have that charge in time, but back to the wall now.
Oh, punish counter throw. Give me that 2K, baby.
Ooh.
Another throw. Hold on.
Looked like Yon Angel was taking that throw, too.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Side switch. Yeah, not trying to go for anything crazy.
That sweet was a mistake, and Chico capitalizing off it perfectly. The level 3, take a sip of this calamity. Get down to that loser's bracket, fam. 3-1 for Chico.
Yeah, looks like the Akuma swap did work out well for him. Again, character differences in matchup spread seems very marginal in terms of like the tool sets, right? Yo, the Cammy mirror. I'm not trying to do that. Neo, come on, man. Yeah, it seems pretty marginal, right? It seems as though there are fringe cases for tool sets, right? Like, for example, SSJ Flanders in the chat said, my slightly wins the JP matchup, ever so slightly, because JP has no bust out options against the fan pressure. So, like, all he really has is OD Amnesia in the first place. OD Amnesia not very effective against...
It's very consistent to those fans, I think. Yeah, because it's a second hit. It's not very consistent. Even though, like, the hit stays on, like, the opponent, but still it's not as consistent as, like, other DPs.
Well, because of the fact that it's a fireball, and that's most of what Mai wants to do is, like, go in for those meaty fireballs. It invalidates JP's defense, right? So I think that it's about the same for Bison in that regard, except Bison like needs super to do it, but still gets beat out by a meaty fireball. At the end of the day, it makes sense how the switch to Akuma did serve him better than playing on Mai, but he's still playing like 2 exceptionally strong characters. Going back to the Mai though, Yimbo on the modern Mai.
Yeah. Of course, Railgun is one of those up-and-comer, not up-and-comer, but he's been like grinding on this Cammy so much. Yimbo, honestly, like a character of a person I'm not very familiar with so far. Like, he's making it to top 8, so He's got some creds, but Railgun, he finds to confirm one more interaction. That's what he needs.
Yeah, look at that, playing his distance now, and there we go. Railgun landing the perfect parry. You guys can say whether it's reactions or not, but it is one of the surefire solutions to OD Fan. Not possibly the most consistent one, but one that will work every single time when it happens.
Exactly. Back to neutral we go. Oh, we checking the drive first. That crouch strong is such a godlike button.
Man, Railgun is so okay. Very nice response from Yimbo to the. Oh no! Unfortunate misinput there. I was gonna make note of how Railgun has been very good at stopping, or Railgun has been very good at stopping Yimbo from throwing the fans or dealing with the fans once they're out there. So I want to see what answers Railgun continues to come up with.
No
Is
way,
this a
he did
no
the
way.
hurricane. Yeah, he did the hurricane, the Delta Red Assault. As soon as the Cammy has that big 3 in the corner, you are in checkmate, my friend. Don't do anything from full screen. Railgun is one of those players. He's a young boy. He has his reactions. He will punish you from full screen.
Yeah, he was definitely buffering that immediately after that EXDP. Immediately once upon the knockdown, he was just making sure that if a fan entered the screen, that was going to be that level 3. He got a little lucky that it was still a whiffed Ryu-Enbu, but Railgun, very crisp with those reactions. Just in burnout, so he was not able to punish the dive, but still in a advantageous position.
Oh, it's not a good spot. Oh, he pushes away from the fan. Actually, I think he could have challenged. There's the level 1, though. Spin drive Smusha, and of course, wake up Meaty. Gonna seal the deal for Railgun. That's, I think, like, is that not the 3rd round in the row for him?
I think so, actually. It was kind of interesting. Okay, Yimbo going for the wake up level 1 on reaction to the drive rush. It was kind of interesting that Yimbo decided to do the OD fans, all of them, and then go in for a block string pressure as opposed to getting his free level 1. I don't think Railgun had any ways around them. The perfect parry. A little bit scaling, unfortunately going to spend a stock there. I don't think these are the ways that you want to spend your stocks, but has him in the corner, and never mind, we're out of there.
All right. Oh, what a bait! What a bait from Railgun. Now forcing Yimbo into the corner. All right, you gotta choose here, man. Oh, another one?
Oh, but yeah, burns himself out to do it too. So he's got to be very careful about the block string pressure in the corner. Do you have it? No, Railgun was prepared. And just going straight for the stand fierce into the level 1. Railgun now up 2-0. Keeping things very, very clinical, surgical. What's that? 4 rounds in a row? I think so, man.
Yeah, Railgun being very clean. Railgun's one of those, he's so surgical when it comes to his offense. I love to see it. Even though I am a certified Cammy hater as an Ed mate, I hate fighting Cammys. But then again, Railgun, like these players like Railgun and players like Hurricane, like they let the character dance, man. I'm sorry,
sure,
dude. I hate Cammy. It's not personal.
It's crazy that you're saying you hate Cammy when Neo Judai and Redis are 2 of the biggest Cammy simps in existence. And here you are putting your career on the line to say what you want to say, to speak your mind, and I like that. I like that.
The risks I'm taking are calculated, but I'm so bad at that, dude.
Well, yeah, we'll see, man. Okay, looks like Yimbo spent the 3 bars just to get the level 1, and this is exactly how you want to spend those. Turn these into high damage conversions, big distance. You're gonna bring her to the corner, but what a whiff punish from Railgun with the sweep. Oh no.
Yeah. Uh-oh, spin drive smasher, going to the corner, take that drive gauge down as low as possible as well. Burning himself. Yimbo, I don't think that was the call, man. I'm gonna be fully honest. I don't think that was the call. Nice anti-air. The stun might be incoming.
Very nice. I mean, he escaped the corner, really, but this is going to be one more get, and there it is. Okay. Unfortunately, got caught. Cracked the dome. The overhead from the hooligan setup is going to do it from Railgun, taking it 3-0 over the Modern Mai Yimbo, sending him into the losers bracket pretty early on in the top 8, because it looks like Yimbo is going to have to face off against, I want to say...
the winner of Trailbook and Dims.
Yes.
The winner of Cherubuk and Dim. So we are going to the lower side of the bracket right now. Leif versus .exe. That's probably going to be my versus Chun-Li, if I recall. I think .exe was playing. Oh, no, actually played Jury. Sorry.
Jury, correct.
Yeah, so it's going to be Chun-Li versus Jury. Classic matchup. Absolutely. And of course, Cherubuk versus Dims. I think Dims. I mean, we know Cherubuk plays Geek, but it escapes my mind what Dims is currently playing. But we'll find that out shortly as well. But I think Leif versus .exe is going to be the match coming up next.
Yeah, before we get into that one, chat, I'm going to appeal to your sense of community, sense of your nature, okay? Because we still have some Matcherino codes left to claim.
Yes.
We've actually got a lot of them left, okay? Now, you got to understand something about the way that online tournaments are run, right? This, for the most part, especially the week-to-week ones, are very grassroots. They're about as grassroots as you can get outside of like a local, because these are run for basically free, basically nothing, right? Like these guys, Neo Judai busts his ass to put these on week to week, multiple times a week too, because he also does the ones on Mondays and then North America, Saturday mornings for the EU. So it's the one way that everybody can kind of like at no cost to you whatsoever be able to still get together and get like high level competition. And the way that we show our thanks is through the Matcherino. Like we don't have prizes or like we don't always have stuff to give to the players. The players don't contribute to the pot whatsoever, as they don't need to. This is a free bracket, and the Matcherinos are the way that we want to do that. So we want to show our thanks, and we want to give back either to the TOs, to the community, to the players, like whoever we can. Matcherino is the one hub where we can do so, right? You can obviously sub to the channel. That's going to help Neo Judai exponentially. But you can also donate something. Direct contributions to the Matcherino is going to give back to the players. So please, if you guys have it, at the very least, claim those free ass codes. And let's get back into the set. It's going to be, yes, .exe on the Jury against Leith. I missed the chance to get that Morrigan color for Chun-Li back when I was playing Chun-Li. I felt like a fool.
Oh, I missed it too, man. I'm sad.
I think it was at the time where like Tekken was out, and I started playing Tekken pretty hard, and I just didn't notice it. No, never. I
remember not playing the game as much during that time as well. And the funny thing is, it's probably the most attention Darkstalkers have gotten in like the last couple of decades.
Hey, man.
Just give me a new Darkstalkers game, Capcom.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Why do people think that Capcom is going to like actually put... If Capcom makes another fighting game, it will be Darkstalkers, but it will be outsourced. Because who knows? Maybe Kunitsugami was the engine test for some Darkstalkers, weird Darkstalker stuff.
I don't think it's gonna be the next. I think the next Marvel. Not. Oh, I already played my card. I think the next Capcom fighting is gonna be Marvel. Someone just told me like, yeah, there's gonna be a new Marvel vs. Capcom. You know why? Because Marvel is dominating so many other genres right now. We got Marvel Rifles. There's like plenty like single player games with Spider-Man and stuff like. It would make sense for them to make another fighting game. So and with like the collection selling gangbusters, I think it's a matter of time before we see like the next Marvel's Capcom game, man. Honestly,
I think it's definitely a test. Like there's definitely like a market test. Whoa! I think that was supposed to be a chase down DP, but unfortunately, big miss on that. And you spent a beater too.
Speaking of big, we got a $24 contribution to the match. We're at 50 USD, Seth.
That is incredible. Shoutouts to Wilsa earlier did the $16 donation, so I'm very grateful for that. And then Jamaica.
That's Mike Cia, of course. He's probably from California, I would say,
or Canada.
That's you know what? You're spitting. Might be Canada. Two places I want to visit: California. I'm gonna wait a couple years though, just in case.
Really? What's going to keep you from visiting California?
Current world events is what I will say.
Fire? Is it fire? No, I know. It's now's probably not the greatest time to come to the US. I understand, man.
That's no point. I do want to go though. Like I want to go to like a classic arcade or something like that. But I'm looking like to buy a house later this year. So let's not spend like $1 or $2K on a plane ticket. Not yet. Maybe in a couple of years. We'll see.
You might get deported at the airport, bro. Does he have to spell it out for you, man? I'm from the US. I can tell you they are not deporting anybody with.
Bro, I am as white as
his melanin. Exactly. 100%.
If I smell the sun, I get sunburned, bro. It's
right, and they love that. They'll put him in office, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You sound
They'll
American.
say his accent is so cute, and then give him citizenship, and then they'll deport me, bro, who's been born and raised my entire life. Jamaica with Jamaica with Micah in the name.
Okay, I think California is one of those states where it's like everyone's just kind of cool. Like it's like the state where like feels the most grown up, I guess, along with like was it Washington? I think just above that. Like those are like the states where I was like, yeah, these people like are just cool.
That's very interesting. That's a cool perspective. I think that a lot of people in the U.S. feel the same way too, because that's like it's Hollywood and everything, but it's also like it's Hollywood, right? So it's like it's kind of you got to deal with it. People on the West Coast, man, like shout outs to them. They are cool people, but there's just two different types of cool here. There's the East Coast cool and the West Coast cool. They're very, very different. And then you have us in the Midwest that's just like too passive aggressive to really mean anything. So you can kind of just ignore us entirely. Except Chicago. Chicago's the best city in the US, I gotta say.
All right. So
anyway,
Leaf for
Leaf on the Ken.
Huh? Now going on with the Daigo third strike Ken. All right, the white gi.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, he's doing pretty good so far. Even though he's in burnout now, so we turning up the grayscale.
Yeah, or was it Yipes likes to say the civil rights filter or something like that?
Damn.
The Civil War filter or something.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know that's good.
That's Yipes' joke. That is not my joke. All right. It's a good joke. Not my joke. Hey, Leith is doing pretty okay on the Ken. I think that Leith is playing a little bit safer, a little bit more reserved. I was just kind of saying that to try to manifest some aggression, maybe a mistake.
He reminds like this kind of Ken reminds me of Angry Bird a little bit. Like, of course, Angry Bird, like the definition of probably one of the best Kens in the world, but he was so like methodic to his offense, like no overextending. And I can see the same of Leith, like taking risks here and there, but only like when he can. He doesn't overextend. There you go. And fierce buffer into the level 3. Yo.
Yeah, I think that kind of solidified your point in saying he's very much the soul of Angry Bird we saw right there. That single hit confirm into that. Oh no, but Angry Bird wouldn't be dropping combos, man. Come on, Leaf. There you go. Pick that up. Finish your food. Well done so far. An unsurprising committing to Jury from .exe, a character loyalist here.
Oh
but
yeah, 100%.
Oftentimes you really gotta just like do what you gotta do to win, you know. And
possibly, no. I think character loyalty is such a. I respect it so much.
I mean, there are pro players that will say like you should have at least 2 characters for Street Fighter 6, and that kind of goes against what I'm saying about like character strengths and matchup charts being super marginal in this game. But I wonder if like that small difference is why you would want at least the second character, or maybe it's a mindset thing. I'm not entirely sure.
All right, Olate, he's now on set point. He's 1 round away, taking home the set. Has a couple of super meters as well. This is looking very good for Leaf, but very bad for .exe, Seth.
Yeah, it's looking very dangerous right now. I think that .exe is going to have to pull out as many...
Oh my god, the stand fierce just... Oh my days, Seth. My goodness.
Yeah, that was not what we needed here. I think if .exe needed to stage that comeback, it was going to be very much like... It's tough because... Leith was playing so defensive, right? Leith was very crisp with the whiff punishes, very crisp with just like sitting there, being patient, and trying to brute force interaction, throwing the low forward fireball, throwing the low fireball into the drive rush. Like that, it's just greed, but that's also like kind of how Jury gets started, right? And you have to play away from what Leith is going to expect and where Leith is going to stand to anticipate that kind of thing. But unfortunately, .exe out of the bracket for today, eliminated at 7th in top 8. We're going to get to the other set, the other losers set, which is going to be Dims on Jury yet again versus Cherubuk on the Geef.
All right, so another Jury. Of course, once again, Dims. I'm not very familiar with Dims. I don't. Their name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen them play yet. But Cherubuk, one of the best German geefs on the scene. And this matchup it's still kind of rough for Geef, I feel, especially with like the armor not really doing much because the fireball hits low, so yeah, the armor doesn't really do anything. But I don't know. This is one of those matchups that you can't quite call, but as you said, like this game is much more about like the player matchup, so we'll see how it goes. Cherubuk, he's with his back to the wall, but it doesn't really seem to mind. Already worked his way out of the corner.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. The positioning. This is exactly where Dims wants to be, basically at all times. Unfortunately, caught the stand fierce to the face. Now we're back in. This is a terrible spot.
Oyo's slap him in the face. There you go.
Okay.
Cherubuk taking the first round over Dims. Yo, the stamp medium punch.
Interesting. Going for the drive, the parry instead of the drive impact there. I mean, if you had the response, it's funny that people's like knee-jerk response is parry to a lot of situations, but they can't break out of it when drive impact would be objectively the better response, right? Especially in this matchup where, because Geef doesn't have a lot of cancelable stuff at the ranges that he needs to do, drive impact is just going to beat most of the stuff clean.
Oh, wake up, DP.
No
you took a decision, but it was the wrong one, unfortunately. Cherubuk going to take the first game.
Yep, Cherubuk and a very convincing Geef for game one. And look at that. He's trying to maintain the distance a lot better than Dims. Dims just cannot approach. Doesn't have a stock to be able to full send. Still trying to dash in. Great bait on that throw. Possibly an SPD bait, but still working out for him. Low forward. Big scaling here, but still has him in the corner, so this still works out.
Not like so far. Pretty good for Dims. Oh, nice sweep. Gonna force the heart knockdown. One more interaction. Didn't hold down the parry.
Yeah, didn't hold down the parry, which is unfortunate. Held that just a little bit, stayed a little bit more patient. Could have survived that, but nice whiff punish from Dims, bringing him back into the corner. Closer to it at the very least. I thought we were going to see more after that fireball. Keeping things meter conservative, which is a-okay.
Okay, oh, people trying to whiff on each other. Nice anti-air. Once again, Cherubuk with his back against the wall. This is, of course, where Jury shines. Dims is spending a couple of his stocks.
Ooh. Interesting response, too, with the OD Lariat. Just to build the space, which I understand, but... Yo, that would have been sick!
I gotta show you a clip later on of another Geef player doing the absolute, like, insane stuff, but that's for a later day because Dims should be able to close out the game here. Oh, no, of course.
I mean, it's burnout, right? So, okay, there we go. The classic. The jump fierce. Yeah, here we go. Jury with the stomp. That's what you do.
Stomp.
That's her butt slam, dude. The low fireball drive rush is her headbutt. But the stomp is her butt slam. Binary ass character, man. 100%. I'm telling you. I hate to say it. She's just she's what's the joke? Back in Street Fighter 5, it was like, yeah, Lucia is for Ken players that want to jerk off to their character. Jury is for the Honda players that want to jerk off to their character.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes when I see stuff like that, I'm like, I'm sorry, but the internet was just a mistake, man. I'm sorry.
Not that you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Not that you couldn't do either, right? It's 2025.
Bro, I'm gonna quote Coney here. I don't play video games to come, bro.
I mean, but you can. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, level 1. Pretty big scaling too, but yet again, the stomp is gonna do
it. You caught me off guard, Seth. I'm sorry.
Why you gotta? I don't understand. Everybody's wanting to yuck somebody else's yum, dude. Maybe Honda does it for people. Maybe Jury does it for other people. As long as they're playing the game, that's all I care about. Okay,
Bro.
Play the game. I don't.
Oh my god!
I don't care how many towels you have in your room. Just play the game. That's all that matters. Okay. Cherubuk, seeing the fireballs come out, but still not buffering to level 2, and we are not. Why are we talking about? We're not, dude. We're talking about Street Fighter. What's the matter with you?
Bro, what?
I hate that Cherubuk hasn't presented the threat of the level 2 through the fireball to at least keep Dims humble.
Oh my
That's
god.
very much an option on defense for him. Nice backdash into the OD SPT, but spending it for the OD, wanting to get as many starter frames as possible, or at the very least, like being able to guarantee the punish. But putting himself in burnout was not a great spot. A little too far for the level 3. Didn't even do like a big jumping combo, but this is still very much going to kill.
Not the first time that Cherubuk tried to go for the level 3, but the range is not being quite there. Dim's going to take the lead now. 2-1. To be honest, like, I like Cherubuk. I want to see him succeed, so I hope he makes it at least a 2-2. But so far, Dim's kind of had his number.
Might be early to say, you know, who knows where Cherubuk's mind is at right now. And the thing that I will give Geef players is because they're playing from the oppression for grapplers, right? Let me speak to the oppression for grapplers. Everybody knows that all grapplers want one thing, and it's disgusting, right? They want the big SPD, but they also have to play an exceptional amount of footsies. Like, that's part of the design of characters like Geef, right? Like the big bodies, they got to just be walking in. They got to use their health as a resource, and they got to kind of just like tank through stuff. Cherubuk has suffered exponentially with the footsies in this matchup so far, and I think that trying to lean into that at this point, you're just putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. He's been in the corner the entire time. He blocked 3 of those damn fireballs, and now is at the lost point, right? Dim's at set point, poised to eliminate Cherubuk. I think it's tough for Cherubuk to make an adaptation to play safer in the mid-screen, but that's probably what you got to do, man.
Yeah, for sure. And so far, Dim's looking so incredibly solid. Cherubuk kind of just looking at options what he can pull out because he has to. Dim's, he's sitting on 3 bars. 1 or 2 more interactions should be enough here. Ooh.
Look how much you're blocking this out, man. There's so many. If Dims feels confident in just pressing buttons and making you block, who said it earlier in the chat? Jamaica was saying like Geef's defense is Street Fighter 6 is so ass because he can't SPD. That's SPD range, man. And now we're at level 3. Gonna put you at essentially 1-touch scenario. I'm predicting a drive rush overhead. I'm predicting. Oh, that's even worse.
Oh my goodness. Just dash up throw. I guess sometimes it just be, you know, it just be like that sometimes. It really do.
But it doesn't have to be, man. This is Street Fighter 6. It doesn't have to be like that. There's so many answers. There's so many ways out. I think Cherubuk definitely had the options, but he probably didn't have the vision, you know? Street Fighter 6 is about vision.
I gotta keep it a Cherubuk 50 with you. He got outplayed.
All right, man. All right. Appeal to nature. Okay. You see the melon in me. You have to spit bars. I understand what this is, Jay Free, and I got to give it to you. I give you props. That was fire. That was pretty good. Cherubuk 50 was kind of fire, actually. Yeah, dude. All right, we're gonna go into the next set, which is going to be Yon Angel versus Leith. We're going to see the two step up once again. Do you think Leith is going to commit to the Ken against the Bison? Or which characters? I don't know. What lineup do you think we're going to see opening up? Do you think we're going to see JP or Bison on Yon Angel? Do you think we're going to see Chun-Li or Ken on Leith?
Ooh, I think it's going to be the JP to start.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm wrong. It's for now we're seeing the Bison on... we're seeing...
Buff Cammy, I hate.
Dude,
listen,
hold on, hold. No,
I'm gonna speak from the perspective as a TO. TOs should be bullied more, okay? Because then they say things like this, right? Buff Cammy.
Nah,
ridiculous, dude. You can't be letting TOs talk to you like this. Bro, and I'm speaking as a TO once again. Like, don't let us do this to you guys.
So, dude, I know. Like, I'm from the Netherlands. I don't know what you're smoking, but not even the dankest Dutch Kush will make me say stuff like Buff Cammy. I can be walking around in Amsterdam, walking around all the coffee shops, and nothing will get me to say that.
It's just propaganda, man. I don't think that he even believe it. I honestly think that they say Buff Cammy just to instigate and antagonize. And that's not a trait that you should be promoting here in 2025, not in the FGC. That's why I'm saying we need to bully them. We got to bring back bullying. Don't let TOs think that this is a safe space to do that. Bring back bullying.
You know what? I think
specifically for TOs.
Yeah. A little bit. I think if you're saying stuff like buff Cammy, I'm like, I want to know what you're on because I'm probably gonna need it in like a couple months when she inevitably does get buffed.
Yeah, when she does get her buffs. You're so right, dude. Looks like we're going to the Ken and Yon Angel on the JP. You were right. Until you were wrong.
I can see it. I can see it. Whereas it's the character that Yon Angel does know the best and playing it for long, so it might be just a comfort pick. And I've seen Yon Angel blow up many Akens, so this might just be like a matchup familiarity thing. Again, his spacing as well. Did you see how like he walked back a little bit just to stay outside of that stand fierce range?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the way that Yon Angel's positioning is very, very crisp, but I mean, still perfect parry, gonna answer all your problems. The distant perfect parry gonna answer all your problems.
And as Chico's saying in the chat, yeah, Yon Angel is very comfortable against Kens.
Yeah, I mean, what JP isn't, to be fair. I mean, in all honesty, that's the matchup that they see the most, maybe. It's the matchup that they have to study the hardest.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ken does really well against JP.
Oh, for sure.
So you have to be ready for it.
With Ken, one of the most popular characters in the game as well. So plenty of representation, plenty of homework to do. Ooh, the fake fireball into the low forward. I see you, Yon Angel.
No whiff punish there, but the punish from the throw.
No whiff punish on that whiff throw there from Yon Angel. That could have been huge.
Yeah, look at that. Now Leith incorporating fireballs into the plan so that way he can open up his distance a little bit more. Stand just a little bit farther. Oh, unfortunately, just the clean overhead.
Wait.
Okay, we're still taking things slow. I like how this is slowing things down a lot in a very healthy way, but oh no, the throw gonna get that last hit. He couldn't do it, and still has meter after the drive reversal. He needs to make sure that he doesn't block anything crazy.
All right, yeah, the Jinrai is so powerful here when you're in Yon Angel finds the max range low forward. Gonna take game one.
Yeah, Leith looking pretty strong still, despite losing that game. Not deterred. Didn't seem like he misplayed anything crazy. Just got caught by the low forward there. So just trying to have a slow, methodical approach. Ooh. Nice check with the stand medium kick target combo.
All right, to the wall we go. Yon Angel making use of those great long-range knolls, but the whiff punish Leith. Oh, wow. Interesting interaction. Had time for that.
Oh, what a jump. What a well-placed jump there, just over the stand heavy punch. And he's got a huge lead. So you're seeing him stay patient here.
With the empty run just in his face.
Yeah, that was scary, right? That could have gone really bad.
If you see a Ken running at you, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't want no beef, man. I don't want no trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Mr. Masterson.
Yeah, on the streets of LA, who knows what he's got tucked away in the gi, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't want no trouble, man. All right, so Leith is doing a little bit better than previous game so far. Ooh, yo, in the face.
Yeah, very nice from the stand fierce. It was a stand fierce link into the crouch medium too. He didn't try to cancel that into like the run or anything. Like he just trying to keep things very safe. Not overcommitting to anything. Yeah, we're seeing some.
Oh, we juggling? Oh, what? There you go.
Build the distance again. I wonder where Leith is wanting to throw fireballs. I wonder like what's prompting him to decide that. Yeah, just a little too far, but unfortunately suboptimal punish route there.
Oh yes, that fierce into Jinrai, the El Clasico. Oh! Baiting out the punish counter throws, okay.
Oh! Throw, that's gonna do it. Oh! No. You can pull him a kiss, and there it is.
That was gonna do it though, so you were right in the end. Lee's gonna tie things up. Of course, Yon Angel does have a couple of those characters in his back pocket. We'll see if he, I mean, he still has a game to work with.
Wow! What a reaction from Leith. I mean, the only other thing he was going to do was just hold that, right? So him staying super patient and aware of what was to come next. Great reaction from that DP. Bought him a lot of this momentum. Oh, still going for a stand heavy punch meaty too. And he's not showing his card early that he's like worried about OD amnesia, right? Yon Angel hasn't even spent it, so Leaf isn't overcompensating on the reads. Blocks the overhead that time, blocks the overhead twice, dude. He's got the fires on, dude. He's cooking. You're gonna have to cook up that overhead.
We're cooking with fire here, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, we reset? What a risk.
Okay, there it is. There's that OD amnesia. Gonna net something for Yon Angel, possibly some momentum. He's got the drive building back up. Oh, the punish on the drive reversal. Is he gonna pop level 2 to close this out, you think? Yeah, there it is. Not necessarily close this out, but bring it to one more touch, one more guess. That's the guess.
Oh my God, you do not want to keep Yon Angel alive. You cannot go for these resets, because if you fail them, Yon Angel will capitalize that insanely, as we just saw. The Leaf, let that be a lesson for you.
Yeah, once again, look at the distances that they're playing at, man.
Oh,
they're both like hyper aware of the other's buttons. Very nice. Has him in the corner though.
We're the meaties. Oh, another meaty. We love that. No veganism right here.
Yeah, fresh off the grill, man. Leaf. It looks like Yon Angel, sick of this, starting to put things out on the screen, just resorting to the full zoning, more than willing to spend the meter. Look at the distance that he's trying to maintain. Don't even bother closing the gap. There it is, close that gap, and you paid the price, dude. The force knockdown punish counter. This is exactly the kind of problem that you have when you just get impatient, right? The level 3 is going to completely whiff. He spent early. He was so close to level 3. All right, I mean, he reopened them up, and he got the overhead, the departure, jump in, I guess.
Bro, the only thing I saw departing was Leeds HP bar, man. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that level 3 was. Honestly, maybe, I think it was just wishful thinking. He saw the stand fierce, I believe, and it was like, you know, I can level 3 that, but not from that range, brother. I'm sorry. That was not the play. And now Yon Angel, he's 2-1 up. He's found the lead again.
Whoa. The correction, OD amnesia. This move.
Oh, down inputs, man. I'm telling you.
I know, man. Hey, when it works. Yeah, just take that Jinrai low, but you can't follow up after that. So plus?
How plus is that? Yes.
Yeah. And you still wanted to press a button after getting hit? All right, dude. Look at that. Punish counter on the stand fierce. Doesn't have enough to route there. Yeah, didn't even have the correct combo routing there, but still closing it out with the crouch short. Leaf trying to bring this up to a tie. Oh, yeah. I mean, on reaction, right? Like, you walked up just a little bit, got just enough space to be able to close that gap. OD amnesia once again. And now, yeah, we're seeing Leaf get a little trigger happy with the meaty stand fierces. So he's going to have to start incorporating... Woo! That almost got spicy.
Oh, almost that partner almost hit as well. Oh, all right. Drive rush jab.
I like the stop sign there. And it looks like Yon Angel is getting very comfortable just throwing out the stand heavy punches again. It feels as though the jumping points that Leaf had earlier on might have been luck. And let's see if he can dissuade that. Prove us wrong. Is he dead?
I think these combos that like use DI in like a string are so freaking cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Leaf, you got to be careful, man. All this chipped MGF pollution on the screen. Yeah, no way he could have gone. Now Yon Angel set point.
Yeah, I mean that was effectively checkmate. I don't think that even like the raw run could have escaped that. Oh, caught with the low, reset with the overhead, and look at Yon Angel. What are you doing, man? Just like do the combo, bro.
Oh my God, there's so many unnecessary pepperonis, man. All this spaghetti on the floor. I don't want to eat spaghetti on the floor. I want to eat spaghetti off the plate. And Yon Angel is going to finish his plate with the Lavushka full screen conversions.
We'll see,
move on.
yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Not quite. Oh, but the raw overhead. He tried to meterless DP. Is that what that was?
That was that just... exactly that.
Was that just normal ass DP off the grill? Come on, dude.
Honestly, I gotta be honest, that was kind of woke. I won't lie. That was kind of cool. Like having the guts to go for that. I respect it, even though it was not the correct decision. I can respect the hustle, but no. Sadly, it don't work like that, man. I gotta tell you.
No, unfortunately not for Leith out of the bracket right now. We're gonna take a quick ad break. So while we're doing that, we're gonna talk to you guys a little bit.
I have to do Nature's Calling, so I'll be back in just a minute. I do apologize.
I see. Yes, Nature's Calling, as in there's some tomatoes that he's got to pick. He's a hobbyist gardener. So he's going to do Nature's Calling and continue to give back to the earth. Yimbo, the modern Mai, coming up once again. I've just been snacking, in all honesty. If we're going to do off topic because we're in the ad break, you guys can have like a little bit of slice of actual life. I've had so many snacks in front of me, and every time that you notice like a silence when Jay Free is like saying something to me and I'm actually like dead silent, it's because I have like apples, fucking Pocky. And I have been trying to get this like jelly. This is like it's a lemon flavor, so I actually don't like lemon flavor that much. But and then my coffee, of course, my lifeblood. Good thing I subscribed. No ad zone. Good for you, man. That's really, we appreciate the support of you too. What were you saying, Neo?
Are you an advent coffee drinker? Like, do you drink coffee every day?
Dude, I'm unfortunately a big coffee dependent, right? Like I need it. Well, but I honestly think it's more psychological than anything, which is worse, right? I feel like coffee, especially when you start having it as a meal, like you skip breakfast, you only have coffee, and you don't even really need the coffee for like caffeine purposes. It's just something to drink, man. You're in deep shit. Like that's a problem. There's no saving you beyond that, because even if you try to like wean off and quit, I only drink one coffee a day, and like weaning off gives me headaches, bro. I go through withdrawal. Can you imagine smoking one cigarette a day, and if you skip a day, your body shuts down and you're pissed off, dude? I can't. Like that's my problem. So what I've started to do instead is after I have coffee, or like even while I'm having coffee, I offset it with like multiple bottles of water. Like I have to cancel out the coffee with 2 or 3 times as much water. But drinking water's stupid. Drinking water's boring. Not like Asmongold, where I'm like I hated the taste of coffee, or sorry, of taste of water. I just gotta make drinking water exciting, so I drink seltzer waters. I drink Topo Chicos.
Listen,
so this is what I come back to. People hating on water.
At least you weren't part of that Twitter thread where everybody was just like, "Hey, water's nasty." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they're heathens. They're like, they live in a cave, bro. If they're saying water's nasty,
come on, man. It's
That's
just
crazy.
be a hydro homie, dude.
They're actual cave people. Be a hydro homie. All right,
you don't know that the hydro homie subreddit, bro.
I've never heard.
So
do they ride Pelotons or something?
No, so it first had like a different name, which I will not say on stream because it will lead to a suspension.
The wet bros?
But
juice bro.
No, water somethings.
Okay.
And then that got banned, but now it's
water
like it's yeah, you're getting close. So that got banned for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But then it turned into Hydro Homies, and that subreddit, like unironically, like it's a joke, like, oh, I love this water, like all these soda drinking normies, like that subreddit like bullied me into drinking just more water instead of like.
They didn't bully you. They didn't bully. Don't say that about yourself, bro. You got peer pressured. You fell victim to somebody saying do something, and then you jumped off the bridge. And I think that's fine, bro. I think that there's no shame in that, right? You see the results. You see Mai doing her stand light kick target combo, end up being safe, -10 at a full distance. You see her do the OD fan, and you go, I think I want to drink the Kool-Aid, bro. I don't think that that's a problem. But don't say that, they
what is peer
me.
pressure? What is peer pressure if not just a form of bullying?
It's so how are you getting convinced, man? How is it their fault? Just turn the screen off if you don't want to do it. How was it their fault?
Damn. That's fighting words.
Anyway, speaking of fighting
words, we're fighting with fists and feet as well, apparently. It's not my preferred method. But hey, there you go. Dim's doing pretty well. Oh, wake up level 3.
Wake up CA, too. I don't know if I agree. I'm going to be honest. I think that when you're in a situation to wake up super as Mai, you're probably almost always going to want to go level 2 when you're not going to kill with it, right? Because you want to conserve the meter.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's more or less like, yeah, you can get the big critical art damage, but you have to think about like the resources that you have for the rest of the round, and the stocks from the level 1 are just too high value to forgo.
Oh, wow. Nice anti-air.
From the like all the way up top too. He was very ready. He saw the future.
Ooh, crouch fears.
Safe on block, but still tried to check something afterwards, and you are getting dangerously close to the corner. Oh, but great reaction with the level 1. He was very prepared.
Supers, yeah, Yimbo on the modern, so he has that buff. Don't need to churn.
You're so right. Oh, yes, the modern reactions.
Oh,
it's kind of what are your thoughts on? Oh my God! You know what? The DPs are making a lot more sense now. What are your thoughts on the fact that modern hasn't had a lot of representation on the big stage? And do you think that that's like a problem with the control scheme, or is it the fact that like
I will counterpoint Tachikawa.
Is that the modern Ed?
Yeah, he's been on the big stage. He was top 8 EWC last year, bro. You cannot tell me that it's not the main stage. I think it's of course it's less represented, but I also think that modern with classic, there's a lot of legacy skill, right? With like knowing how buttons work and stuff. With modern, you kind of have to like relearn the game to a certain degree. Like you go from 6 buttons to 4 buttons, and also like there's it's like 10 or 20% damage trade-off. So you just do objectively less damage. I think it's a good trade-off, but with like losing buttons and losing normals and losing damage as well. I think the most pros like playing modern is leading to more interactions, which means more room for error. So I want to minimize that risk. I'm gonna go for classic. I think that's like the big thing.
Yeah, I think that it's like I just have the skill issue, right? Like I am gonna react to the drive impact. I'm in burnout. I'm just gonna like hit that level 1. I'm actually gonna turn this out. Oh, unfortunate for Dims.
Damn.
Did not answer properly to that. I mean, yes, the level 1 did clash with the fireball in order to keep herself safe, but Dim still trying to pick this up, goes for the level 3, putting Yimbo in burnout. But unfortunately, you're going to have to hold all of this pressure. Oh, he wasn't ready for the dive, though. Oh, the level 2 straight through.
No way. Oh no way. That dude, he had the thing. Like, that's the jury thing, right? You do a fireball, you wait for them to jump, you do an anti-air. Dims, I'm sorry, but you fumbled the bag there heavily. I mean, maybe it was little. He could have been distracted by Mai. I mean, I won't blame a man for doing that, but still, come on, bro. You gotta be in the zone.
Wow, how are you gonna say I'm gonna quote Coney here, and then like completely abandon the quote of Coney and say like, yeah, dude, I get it, bro.
There's steps in between there, being distracted and like.
Yeah. It was too fast. I couldn't react, bro. The dive was too fast. That's where his brain is at. I'm gonna appeal to his sense as a player, as appeal to competition, and say like, yeah, he just I couldn't react. It was too fast. But anyway, Yimbo tying it up after that big flub. The big capitalization, we'll say that. Yimbo, great stuff, keeping the reaction time super quick. Oh, really deep. Tried to go cheeky.
You know what? I respect that. Because that safe jump was so low. The perfect parry was so low. So I respect the DP after that one. But, of course, it was not the right call. Dims, he is very close to death.
Very nice. Yeah, Dims, I agree. Go for the dive kick option. He's so ready for the DP. You have to just like close that gap. It's tough because the timing is still very similar. If Yimbo's on point, you can still anti-air both. But nice to try at the very least. Good throw punish.
All right, we schlooping. Oh yeah, there you go. Tip throw.
Great bait now. Yeah, the patience there from Dims. I mean, that could have gone either way, but worked out for him, and he was ready to capitalize. Dims in such a good spot, but just trying to figure out how to close this wall. Oh, no. I mean, that could have been level 2.
Oh, just crouch, heavy punch, easiest anti-air in the game. We're all tied up now.
Trying to go for that overhead, but the big jump over. Uh-oh.
Nah. Get out of here with those overheads. We don't blocking. We ain't blocking nothing.
Hold on. I mean, he's got big drive lead. I just want to see how he's going to try to continue to whittle that down. Doesn't. Oh, here we go. No level 3 in response. He's still in fine. I think he's just going to try to use the one hit that matters. No, you burnt yourself out with the drive rush. I mean, mine burnout's not terrible, but he does have level 3, and that is just about kill range, especially with critical art.
Yeah, and it's a one button.
Don't DI. Don't DI.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, James. I know you want to.
That's the death knell right there. Okay, very nice. Recovered the drive gauge. Has the corner now. Oh, the level 3 cutting through. Still on point with the reactions. Yimbo with the modern. Now leading the set 2-1 so far.
Yo, bro, hit him with the Kurosawa filter, man.
Dude, speaking of which, I just watched Yojimbo again. My favorite Kurosawa movie. I don't remember why. I think it's because complete sidebar, unrelated to the bracket completely. I bought Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I was like, this game is like one of the best games ever. I'm in big samurai movie mode. I need to watch something, and so I watched Yojimbo. Anyway, back to the game.
I'm still recovering. I'm just thinking Assassin's Creed Shadows is one of the best games ever. I'm sorry. I'm reeling in my couch
It's
here.
Good, man. It's huge. It's big. It's a big ass game. As an RPG, that game is very, very good.
I'm just not a big Assassin's Creed fan. But if you're having fun, I will not take that away from you.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed since like Black Flag or Syndicate maybe. So I skipped all the RPG ones, and yeah, I'm just having fun. Anyway,
that's good. I don't know. I'm not big into Assassin's Creed. Anyway, I'm big into this Street Fighter here though. So we taking a big bet, but not paying off again. Yimbo has been so active on defense with these DPs and these supers.
DP yet again. Yep, Dims getting a little greedy, trying to escape. Oh, but a jump in, caught with the stray.
What a probably.
I honestly think Yimbo, I mean, he's got a life lead and he's feeling okay, but the tide could turn really bad and you might regret not killing when you had the chance to. But okay, still able to pick it up. Yimbo now at set point, poised to eliminate Dims from today's top 8.
Yeah, 1 round away. He has 2 bars of super to his name. Dims 3. Oh my god, these anti-airs. Like the 1-button DPs been working out for Yimbo so well.
Absolutely. Ooh, burns himself out doing the drive reversal. Could not get the multi-hit there, so is going to take the damage. Still has to be very careful for another drive rush or drive impact.
Huge.
Oh, close. No anti-air! What are you doing?
Oh, he's gonna get his drive gauge back momentarily. Yep, Dims found some color back.
Gotta be careful though. You cannot. Yeah, there we go. Low forward, confirm into that.
Yeah, he's buffing into that for sure.
Basically, one more touch. I mean, that's critical art, so you got to be very careful. Look at that, backing off.
Oh, great! What? Again, he did it again. That's like the 3rd time in a row that Yimbo has reacted with level 3 to an OD fireball.
Double dashed backwards. How did that still catch, man? Like the range on that was ridiculous.
Uh-oh, one more throw, one more interaction.
No,
he did it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried to keep it safe. But the EXDP through the tiniest gap that a lot of people don't even check, right? So Dims trying to go for the OD kicks into the fireball, make himself like not punishable, but still you can't. You gotta give props when he's just like got the one button DP to mash. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate, man.
Save strings. Yeah, as you saw, Yimbo like almost abusing those invincible reversals to a point. Like at that point, you have to make save strings. You have to make airtight strings. You cannot leave a gap because this dude, he has a button. He paid like 60 USD with 2 season passes because he has Might. He ain't playing this game to not press on defense, bro.
No, absolutely.
What do you think this is?
Yeah, and who knows, man? If you want to really think about what Coney said, dude, where he's not playing to come, who knows? Players might come from just getting 1-button DPs. Like you can't yuck anybody's yum, dude. Players may come winning Evo, bro, and that's why you play the game. Coney. Anyway, so what single player games are you playing, Jay-Free?
Okay, I just picked up today at like a store Clear Obscure for my PS5.
I just bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still so I'm not at home, so I don't have my PS5. I was gonna play it like on Xbox, and I'm like, if I'm gonna play a multi-platform game, I want to play it on my PS5. I'm one of those 7 people that bought a PS5 Pro. I'm like, you know what? I want to play it on my super deluxe box. So I'm waiting until I get home to play that. I'm also what else am I playing? Of course, City of the Wolves. I'm playing right now, but that's not single player. What else? I'm thinking. Yo, I was playing Beyond Good and Evil, like the remaster.
Oh wow!
I'm honestly gonna say that game is not aged very well. The gameplay is so. I dropped it. I dropped it. It's not for me.
Yeah.
The stealth system there is so binary. There's no like nuance to that. I also played Max Payne 1 like on PS5 recently. Wow. I also dropped that. I'm sorry, that game also has not aged well. Maybe it's because I was playing on PS5 and on PC it works better, but like the platforming sections are horrible. Yeah, let's get back to Street Fighter. I don't want to talk about Max Payne anymore, man.
Yeah, you're so pissed off of Max Payne.
Yeah,
it's like I would rather watch Honda.
Hold on, Chico. Yeah, to be fair, like there's been a couple of players that have been saying, you know what, Honda works pretty well into Cammy. So let's see.
Oh yeah, I think this is one of the more like consistent in legendary counters for Cammy, right? Because like dive kick, you then have a 1-button answer to dive kick if you're already holding the charge. Great perfect parry from Chico, who's going to be able to answer this okay. It's more so like the other tools around it, like having to play footsies against Cammy is what really sucks. Like Cammy's avenues to success and avenues to a win condition are more than just dive kick, right? Oh, great side switch. The parry was there. He was prepared. Railgun definitely going to shut down Chico here, really discourage him from playing Honda into game 2 possibly. But yeah, I think Chico was trying to cook. I think that he's probably thinking, yo, I got the answer to dive kick. It's going to really shut Railgun down, force Railgun on the ground. But there's definitely a lot to this character that you have to look out for. Even the Hail Mary spiral arrows that are just going to work out in his favor, unfortunately. But Railgun has Chico in the corner once again.
Yeah, for now, doing pretty well, but even we were talking about like how Honda is a pretty good counter to Cammy. Railgun so far has been navigating the matchup beautifully. All right, nice little confirm.
Ooh, the air throw too. Good answer. Good answer, Railgun. Plus frames. Can't take another one of those.
Break those ribs. Ooh, get off me. Get off me, old man.
And there you go.
You said it. You said it. You said it. You were speaking the truth.
Stay on the ground. Stay on the ground. Don't move. Oh, punish. Yep. I mean, that could have been a more disastrous punish, but the level 3 outside of the block string? I mean, I see the vision. Maybe there is other things you could have done. I don't know.
Like you take out of Yimbo's book, like, nah, you got to make the string safe, my brother.
I get it.
I will press.
I mean, it's one answer for sure. Oh, just the send it butt slam, huh? Stand light kick, big conversion here. You're gonna have to route into something. Level 3. No, sorry. Yeah, that's level 3. My bad.
That's level 3.
I forgot the startup animations for Honda Super. I just barely see this character, but there we go. Keeping himself drive positive and trying to make sure that Railgun has a very uncomfortable time surviving with that little HP.
Yeah, he's in that yellow danger zone. Alright, finds the throw back. Oh, yo. Say it with your face. I'm pretty sure Honda has been headbutting for like, was it 40 years now? Since like 1980 something?
Jesus.
That forehead is made out of titanium.
40 years? No.
When
way,
did Street Fighter 2 come out?
It's
like late 80s? No,
we
wait.
we had our 35. We had our 35-year anniversary not that long ago, but holy, just to realize that it's coming up on 40 years of Street Fighter, dude. Street Fighter 2 came out in 1992? Nah, man. No, it did not, dude. Street Fighter 2 came out in Japanese arcades in like the 80s, bro. There's no way it came out 1992.
It feels like it was earlier.
It feels like it was earlier, right? But maybe we're getting a Berenstein Baird thing. We're getting a what's that paradox? 1991? Honda's been doing headbutts since 1991.
March 7th, 1991 is the first appearance of Street Fighter 2 in Japanese arcades.
Yimbo couldn't even handle the news, bro. He had to get out of here, dude. He was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this, bro.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Damn. Okay, released in 1991, actually. Yimbo was so pissed he left the room. Chico's doing exceptionally well because he's got decades on decades of how to play this character, Railgun. Picking it up, what, just last year? Season 1 or 2? Has to learn how to dive kick, spin knuckle, all this stuff that Cammy did not have in Street Fighter 2. Still using it to full effectiveness. Stand light kick gonna get the job done.
Alright, so Chico, I mean, he's doing pretty well. He still has the lead when it comes to this set, but Railgun finds a very nice, perfect parry. Yes, and he is gonna force Chico in that corner. sit on the stool, wear your dunce hat.
Yeah, great layering of the pressure there from Railgun, going for the empty jump into the backdash 2. Cammy had spin knuckle in Street Fighter 2. I'm sorry, I didn't play Cammy in Street Fighter 2.
I don't know if that's true.
I didn't even know what she had. I thought she was just spiral arrow DP on some guile. I have 2 specials type energy. But okay, the level 3, is this gonna kill? I don't think so, right?
It might.
I mean, she has normal HP, dude. I don't think. Oh!
Yo,
dude, what the hell? That was great.
Damn. Yo, Chico, he's cooking with he was literally cooking with fire. We got some flame grilled burgers coming up.
Not bad.
Yo, and we get Ed's theme again. Yo, this is the best theme in the game. Like, full stop.
Why are we getting Ed's theme when Ed's not even here? We haven't seen an Ed at all today. We got it twice. Oh,
man, Ed has been getting a fall from grace, man, after those nerves he caught like a couple months back.
No, he's not. Ed's still fine.
He's fine, but like our premier Ed player in Europe dropped it for Ryu. Ending Walker's like, nah, you know what? Miss me. I don't want to play Ed anymore.
Doesn't mean Ed's worse than Ryu. It just means that Ending Walker probably has more fun on Ryu. And has been.
By the way, Jonesy in chat, he's right. There's a German player, and of course we got the German rap, so checks out.
Ah, it has to play for German plays, mandatory. The game recognizes it. I see.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
What? Chico, he's living in Germany now as well, so yeah. Ooh, yeah, Chico. I mean, he is still 2-0 up, so it's Railgun has to make something happen now. The level 1.
Yeah, Chico's still doing okay. I feel like Honda also one of those characters that doesn't really need meter because the game plan is just so simple, so binary.
Very straightforward.
Very straightforward. As long as you're maintaining your charge, you'll be okay, but you definitely should not get your toes caught like that. This is critical art. He's in the yellow, but it is a big body. Everything is adding up to big confusion.
He's dead. Execute.
I can't believe it. I honestly thought he was going to live. I was trying to play up the theatrics. It didn't happen. This is why I don't write the scripts.
Chat, don't worry, I'll give it to you straight. I won't pull a James Chen.
Well, Neo, actually, because, okay, the thing about Duel Academy in the North America scene is that we always go to the Game 5. It's always, like, the big thing with the script, right? Neo Judai has to do final game, final round, basically final interaction for Grand Finals. Has that been the case for the EU stuff? I think I've only seen, like, 2 brackets where it was, like, Grand Finals reset Game 5. Game 10. But I don't know.
Maybe.
We're going to have to see it once again. I mean, this is Winners Finals. There's a lot of room for it. The Oicho throw, bringing him up to set point. Chico might move on to Winner Side Grand Finals. Honda.
He's cooking. Edmundo Honda. It's a good start as well.
The very first one, Hurricane and Chico, went to 10 games. I'll bet that took like
An
30
hour.
minutes. Man, you know what's crazy is that, yeah, 10 games of Street Fighter, even though it seems long, we have a new... Very good answer. Good answer, Chico. Good answer. But we have a new challenger with 2XKO trying to
game's
put
gonna
Dragon
take
Ball
ages.
in the crib.
I don't think 2XKO should be 2 rounds, man. Unless they change it to like if one character KOs, yeah, it's GG. I don't think that should be a 2-round game.
I don't think that it's either first to 3s don't exist, and you're still running the first to 2 even in grand finals, or remove the rounds from the game.
Yeah,
because characters
exactly.
and how much survivability in that game, and the fact that your assists survive even then, like, what do you need all that meter and resources for, man?
Yeah,
Across
exactly.
the whole game. What are you talking about? I'm playing 5 rounds of Marvel in the time it takes for 1 round of 2XKO to come out. Whatever. What a perfect parry. That was...
He was mashing that. He was mashing that.
He had the
Chico.
full screen to react to it and still got the timing right. That was pretty... Oh my god. Level 3.
Give her the hands. You haven't gotten these hands.
Yep.
And
Fill it
Chico.
up.
3-1. It's gonna put Railgun as that loser. Chico qualifying himself a winner's side grand finals in a prime position. They got pretty decent match, Reno Pot home. We're at 51 USD. And that's I was talking like that's a good Uber Eats order, bro. You could just buy Claire Obscure on Steam. Like you have a good game to play over the next few weeks. It's only, dude, it's only 50 like euros or dollars.
It is $50. It's a $50 game. It's actually on sale on Steam for $45 if you guys want. That's why I ended up getting it. Claire Obscure now on sale. Not sponsored, by the way. Although you could sponsor us, Ben Starr. I learned that Charlie Cox was the main character voice actor. And I was like, dude,
Wait, Charlie Cox, like, hold on. Like, Daredevil Charlie Cox?
Yes! And I heard it because all I know, Ben Starr's been like upholding the marketing for the game like crazy, right? So I was like, oh yeah, Ben Starr probably plays the main character. I listened to the main character and I go like, this doesn't sound like Ben Starr, but Ben Starr's probably an actor. He's doing some acting. It wasn't until Charlie Cox, like the main character, starts doing like some stammering where I'm like, dude, he's acting his ass off right now.
Wait.
That's not Ben Starr. Why does this sound familiar? Charlie Cox is an incredible actor, dude. But when he does like the nervous stammering, nobody does it like him, dude. I pegged it immediately. I was like, that's Charlie Cox. Looked it up. No, I didn't even really look it up. I just read the Steam description.
That's kind of cool.
Charlie Cox. I was like, that's insane. The other main character is just Shadowheart. She's just playing Shadowheart.
Oh my goodness. Oh, is it like the same voice actor as well?
Same voice actress. Yeah, it's Jennifer English for Mael. But yeah, Charlie Cox is doing such a crazy good job on the main character. He's selling that character so well. I would say if you guys if you're a fan of JRPGs, like definitely pick it up because it's very. I will say this: you haven't started playing it, right, Jay?
No, it's still in like the seal. So
I'm not going to talk about like gameplay and anything like that because you know exactly what it is off the videos. Yeah, you've seen the videos too. The one thing that I will say that I kind of gauged from the trailers is the last thing. Like we're in between games, okay? We could talk. We could be off topic. It was like in the okay. I noticed it from the trailers, but I definitely noticed it when I started playing. Have you seen those like Steam horror games that are like very much made by one guy, but it's in Unreal Engine? It looks like unreasonably good for what it is, but it's made by one guy, so there's like no animations. It's like those games, like those horror games that Eris will play, and it just looks really good. Like the stills of the game look really good, but the animations are just like so jank.
It's just ass.
That's what this game kind of reminds me of. Like it's just a higher quality version of like bad animated but good looking games, but the gameplay like complete and the acting like completely upends all of it. And I'm like, it makes the animation like there's some animations that are just so jank, but it's glossed over by how much quality there is on top of it, you know.
What got me is that I think the premise is so cool. Like the story. I'm a big story guy, but I like story, but also I'm really into mechanics. So when I saw that when you're doing battles, like you have to be it's not just you press a button and then you do an attack. No, you have to be. It reminded me a lot of like those Mario and Luigi RPGs.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
I don't know why people miss this game, but Bowser's Inside Story on the DS, it's a phenomenal game.
Oh yeah.
It is so incredibly good. I don't know why it got like shafted because the release was kind of weird, or like the marketing got shafted or something. But like those Mario and Luigi RPGs, you have to be like active to play. You have to time your button presses when you do an attack. And
I'll say,
yeah, that kind of agency, like those RPGs, like use that agency because I want to press buttons, man. Like if I'm gonna play an RPG, let me do cool stuff by like timing my button presses, so I like have to be engaged with the game for like as much as possible.
For sure. It's like, I will say, you brought up Mario and Luigi, which is a really good analogy. I think a closer one is Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. I think that with that, dude, if you love the Mario and Luigi RPGs, and if you like that kind of like agency, offensively and defensively, Paper Mario Thousand-Year Door has that like to a T. But I'm also pointing it out that the closer difference, because that is very much like a JRPG. You have like a big party. All of the party members have their own unique mechanics, and like the way that they do their moves, like you have to engage with their mechanic a lot, you know? And then, yes, an attack comes out, and then you have to like have very active defense, and it rewards active defense either with damage or like action points and stuff. It's really cool, but we'll get back to it after this set, because we've got the modern Mai once again, Yimbo against Yon Angel on JP.
Yeah, we saw Yon Angel against another Mai. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was Yimbo. I'm not quite. Actually, no. Yimbo got sent down to losers by Railcross. I'm not quite sure, because we did see Yon Angel switch over to Bison on a different Mai player. So we might see him switch to Bison, because so far Yimbo's doing a pretty good job. Oh, it was Chico. Okay.
Great stuff from Chico then. It looks like Yimbo's doing pretty consistently here as well. But oh no, the big damage cash out, the level 2. I think that's gonna kill. I think he's gonna be able to close this gap. No kill.
Chip! Wait, oh my goodness, Yon Angel, how does that brain fit in that skull of yours?
I was so pissed. I mean, like there was just so many layers on top of layers. Like the cake just tipped over. And in all honesty, I saw the vision for Yimbo, but Yon Angel, like, I don't know, I felt like he wasn't even trying to go for the anti-air.
It's like he labbed that situation before. It has to be.
I'm also upset that the level 2 didn't break OD Amnesia. They need to nerf it again.
Yeah, what the hell? Now you mentioned it, what the hell? That should not be how that works.
Yep. I think JP should get nerfed again, man. I think OD Amnesia is a problem.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think he got nerfed enough, bro.
Dude, bro, I'm in The Hague. I'm gonna go to the International Criminal Court to just get like a warrant out on JP, because this guy has to be like arrested by the ICC, FBI most wanted, #1, because this guy's getting away with crimes.
Nice
like murder.
try. Nice try, Bozo. You thought you could DI through me? I still have the DI. Trying to full send the elbow. Gonna pay the price with your life, maybe. One more touch will do it for sure.
The ultimate price.
Yimbo trying desperately.
Oh, what was that?
No. Tragic misinput there, most likely. Although, I don't know what that could have been. Maybe it was supposed to be a.
Oh my goodness.
Another
Did he just show a handkerchief and just walked away? Damn.
Maybe it was supposed to be Ryu-Enbu or something, but even at that range, it would still get punished.
Because it's -5 on block.
It's -4.
Like
Ryu-Enbu. And I think JP's stand light kick would have still reached. If it's maybe it's -5, dude. I don't know.
I thought it was -5. I'm not sure. It might be. It is punishable by lights.
Yeah, by lights, depending on the range. And Yimbo just wasn't there. But either way, that was long ago. We are in a new situation right now. Yon Angel is in the corner, doing just fine. -4.
Okay.
I am a Mai.
That was wrong. I apologize.
I know. Oh, wait, did he get hit by this? No, he's parrying. Okay.
Oh,
tried to
my
EXDP,
goodness.
but unfortunate. And good thing he did not block the last part of that on the wake up because that would have burnt him out. Yimbo staying alive, but forced to spend the drive on the rush. I'm unsure why.
Oh, you're saying heavy kick, anti-air.
Oh, no.
Oh, yo, Swiggity Swooty.
You better have this ready.
These corners now.
Yeah, but he just blocks everything to keep himself alive, to replenish his drive. Get level 2 is available. Nope. Just going to go for the knockdown. Oh!
He held it down, bro.
Devil. I mean, going for the drive rush there to prevent the punish counter and stay alive was probably the optimal route. Maybe just thought that Yimbo was going to throw something out and was hoping. But after seeing that walk up, Yon Angel just wasn't prepared to go for the drive rush there. Yimbo fighting back, staying alive still.
Oh, trying to interrupt the drive rush. Force of burnout now on Yimbo. Stand heavy kick anti-air. He has a level 3. Is he gonna go? No, not quite. Oh, he wants the Lavushka. Yes.
Late, yeah. He just wants to block this out or cause as much chip damage, whittle him down as much as possible for sure. But he also has the level 1. I smelled some follow-up. Like, I was like, I don't know if Yon Angel's gonna level 1 after. I don't know if Yimbo's gonna bust out of this. And it's exactly what happened. Yimbo critical arted through it. And it's looking really close for either one of them now.
Oh, DI wall splat. Juggle. Yo, there you go. Yimbo. From the jaws of defeat. Kept himself alive, tying things up.
Absolutely. That was nightmarishly close. Super low HP situation, but still managed to stay alive after that. Critical art seizing the momentum. Now, once again, is Yon Angel in the corner, but Yon Angel not deterred. Even chat saying they smelled the DI.
Oh, that could have been me. I'm sorry. I had baked beans on toast for lunch. I'm sorry.
You had the nature call.
Yeah.
The Dutch nature call. Newest strain.
You know why they call the Dutch oven, right?
Oh yeah. I'll bet. Okay, be careful. Blocking something else. Tried to jump out of that pressure. Didn't work out for him. Yon Angel. Crouch medium punch will do it.
Yo, backdash. Want to create that distance. Yo, I'm pretty sure with like how much distance JP always wants to have, he's some kind of ist or ism. you pick. You take your pick, man.
No, yeah, you're so right, man. Call the. Oh, overhead? Okay, we're still okay. Did not want to try to rush him to the corner with the level 2 as well. More than willing to just conserve as much of this as possible. Probably trying to get the stocks or even save this for the next round. But the light kick, yeah, that keeps you safe. You're okay. But to go for EXDP instead of something like throw, I think was just, once again, adding on the layers, both of them. Yeah.
This is very good for Yon Angel, though. Yeah, block all that shit.
Okay, I mean, that's just...
Don't press anything.
Yo, you're a little silly. Yeah, I mean, I dig that.
Yo, force choker.
Did that say punish counter?
I think it did.
Did it? Chat?
Wait.
Was that a punish?
That
didn't even punish.
What? Oh my!
He could have lived, bro. No way, dude. I mean, all right, Yon Angel, it worked out, but still. After the walk-up level 3, can you imagine if he got away with it too? I would have been pissed. I would have been Yon Angel so mad, bro.
11 mercy moment, bro.
Come on. All right, let's stay on topic. Let me try to recollect myself after the chaos of that last situation. Yon Angel trying to ride out the momentum from the last one.
Yeah, speaking about like recollecting, Yimbo's not getting a single chance. Yon Angel not sitting on set point, wants to move forward to losers finals.
Damn. Wasn't even a punish. Oh, no follow-up from the drive rush, too. Kind of empty. I wonder where Yumbo's brain is at right now.
Picking his brain. Yon Angel still pretty good on the defense. Oh, yeah, that was a punish counter, though. But that was probably looking for a parry, was Yimbo.
Yeah. Yimbo now kind of worried about the way that his meter's been going down, trying to...
Whoa!
Yeah, that was almost huge.
Bro, that stand heavy kick, I felt
parry? Level 1? No, just going for this. I mean, he's probably not trying to play to the stocks, even though I think it would help a little bit to keep your fans alive. It would make that mid-range a little bit better. Didn't charge them. Oh, it must have been a missing play.
Angel with the amnesia caused Yimbo to get combo amnesia, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, I definitely think that. Oh, not like this, bro. I can't believe he's dead after you dropped a combo. It was such an essential combo to land too. Yon Angel to set 3-0 rip Yimbo. I believed the entire way through, but tragic mishaps. The blunders that were just left and right in the last dregs of the bout there. I mean, like that was just a really funny circumstance that the fact that he blocked the level 3 and didn't even actually punish it, but it still worked. But then that last round, you can still tell that Yimbo was probably just not able to keep things together, not able to like keep the pressure on, keep his drive meter usage optimal. And then, like you said, I like the term that you used, the combonesia. Definitely just was not collected.
Shout out to my GOAT, C4 IQ has coined that. So one of my commentator brothers from the UK. Been at it for ages, so that's totally, I'm going to credit him. Combo Nisha, it's definitely one of the hardest bars he's dropped in like years.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with that one. That was really funny. But it's okay. We're gonna go into the no, not this. The hometown hands. Railgun and Yon Angel have to eliminate one or other. Losers finals here. Who's going to go on to face Chico in grand final?
You know what the funny thing is? Chico, I mean, he's repping the Egyptian flag, but he's residing in Germany right now. So as far as they're concerned, Germany on top.
Not with that internet. But it's working just fine here. In the
I was looking for a different joke for that. Yeah.
Railgun. My brain was not there. We were not in sync there, and you know what? That happens sometimes. It'd be like that.
It's okay. So, I mean, we've been at it for like almost 3 hours at this point, so.
I mean, it's significantly shorter than the salt mine brackets. Those are the
well, for sure. Those take like 4 to 5 hours, man. Those are like the graveyard shifts, man.
True, man.
I won't lie. Like, I like doing salt mine.
Oh, me too.
I'm exhausted after that, bro.
I'll bet.
Have you seen like the new things he's doing? Have you seen the Rumble? Like he's doing
he's asked me to commentate the Rumble 2 weeks in a row, and I haven't been able. He'd asked me to do one today, but it's because I'm here. And
if you get a chance, do it. It's like some of the most fun commentary I have because it's literally just Royal Rumble, but with like Street Fighter. It's insane. The format
looks like a lot
amazing.
Of fun. Yeah. It looks like a lot of fun. I mean, it's like one thing that I mentioned when he started doing the Rumble. I was just like, those kinds of formats are very important. So I'm glad that we're starting to see like different types of competition come out 100%. In the bracket. But also, what the hell? That's upsetting. Honestly, I wonder if Railgun could have avoided that by doing a dive kick to stall the aerial momentum. But man, oh man, Yon Angel getting away with murder there.
Give me that 2k health, the punish counter throw. Oh, get off me. I want none of that, but Yon Angel, he doesn't have super, only level 1.
Hold on. Critical art is still there. He's gonna have to. Yeah, I mean, it was an obvious. I don't want to say it like that, but you were gonna have to get a little trickier there on how you wanted to do the.
If Yon Angel would have done level 1, would level 1 have won, or would level 3 have won?
Against the bomb, I think that you would still blow up the level 1. I mean, it goes away when Yon Angel gets hit, right? So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean,
you're
it's level
really
3, so because I was wondering, because my Marvel brain, when I see an invincible super, I just invincible right back, because that's usually how that works. It's like the last person wins. But in Street Fighter, like the iframe situation is so like you have to have more iframes than your opponent.
Perfect parry. Back throw? Didn't even go for the back throw. Just, the other side switch. Okay. I forgot. She doesn't even need to back throw. TP this. Oh, wow. Very nice. The back medium punch reaching all the way up into the sky. Brute forcing the chip situation. The checkmate. And you want this character buffed, Neo Judai? Who put this guy in charge?
Haram. That's haram. Absolutely haram.
Ridiculous. Yes, in all caps, he says in the chat.
Bro.
And that's why
he's saying all caps, but that's pure caps.
Yeah, that's why you're on the TO desk, right? That's why you're on the 1s and 2s behind the computer, running the stream and not in your bracket. Can you imagine Neo Judai entering his own brackets and then like winning because Neo Judai is still also good at this game?
You're the Obama meddling Obama meme, dude.
Oh, hold on. The target combos. Yeah, if you're not churning there, you're kind of just dead. But in all honesty, possibly just taking that into the next round. I think in some situations it's probably better, but with him being at 2 bars, with Yon Angel already being at 2 bars, you might have wanted to just bust away from that.
Yeah, Yon Angel's 1 round away of getting a 2-1 lead. Railgun, he's looking for that tied up. Oh, that was so smart, parrying the bomb.
Yeah, look at this. Railgun trying to... Yeah, the neutral. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Very nice.
Yeah, no neutral found here, though.
Yeah, no. Trying too hard to instill the win condition there, but the stand medium kicks coming out from Yon Angel is really shutting down Railgun, making him a lot less confident in his ranges. We're trying to bait something there. Still staying plus, but just can't quite net reward.
Oh, Yon Angel's so close. He needs one more good hit. Railgun, he's in that yellow danger zone. CA is on deck to throw.
Blocked. Parried as well, burning him out, and that's going to be the game for Railgun. Very nice, tying this up 1-1 now. Good preparation there for that super. I think that was kind of a hard read. Like, I don't even know if that was going to be like the obvious answer from Yon Angel. So great stuff for Railgun to stay.
I honestly thought when he hit him with a grab, again the back medium. I thought he got hit by like what we call the hurricane. Just when you do OD hooligan grab into level 3, Hurricane does that so much, like to close out games as well. Because you're not thinking about it, rather. You forget Cammy. Oh yeah, shit, he has a command grab. So it's like Honda. Oh shit, he has a command grab, and Blanc as well. And when you forget that she has that, that's when you get sniped and you get level 3. But luckily, it wasn't that. But now, Railgun, he's actually in the lead of the set now with that perfect.
Okay, look at this. Yeah, trying to just play that mid-range. He's not trying to overcommit or even do a big whiff punish. Look at this. Railgun is now playing his game from last game, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna lock you down with my stand medium kicks, force you to sit still in the corner, and then make you get extra greedy about trying to escape, right? Railgun now leading the set 2-0 after taking
there's the JP.
Yep, forced to switch. I think that this is going to work a lot better for him in the short term, but he might really regret switching this late. What do you think about that?
I do agree with the switch. I think Bison, especially, he struggles a lot on defense, right? he needs to spend bar. He needs to spend a very valuable resource to even get an invincible option. Yeah, so I think with JP having a couple more of defensive options, I think this is going to work a little bit better for him, especially because it is his comfort pick. It is the character he has the most time on. But I think you might be right with saying this might be too little, too late. It's all gonna come down to this single game.
Yeah, and it looks like he's navigating it very well, because it looks like Railgun is just not able to close that gap. Brute forcing his way through with the spin knuckle, unfortunately getting punish countered. A perfect round from Yon Angel, really shutting us up. Saying that, oh yeah, he might regret this. Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure he heard us yeah, no. No.
Well, I was saying this will work out well for him in the short term, but who knows after the game 5 what adaptation Railgun's going to have. Cammy has a very strong toolset against JP. It could be rough in the game 5 if we get there, because it looks like Railgun is already off to a huge start. Okay, I like that.
Once that 2 at the bottom right turns into a 3, a lot of options for Yon Angel just disappear. But I think this is actually going to kill him.
Oh yeah, yeah, this is 100% dead. Listen, this is why I don't write the script, dude. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay? He got the counter hit too, and he didn't even need to spend meter to do it. Yon Angel is on the ultimate back foot. This is so bad for him.
And as well,
oh, go ahead.
You see that big number 3 at the bottom right. Because of that being there, and with how Railgun has shown that he's so quick with those level 3s, as Yon Angel, he cannot pollute the screen anymore.
It depends, for sure. It's definitely going to depend on whether or not Railgun is like in his footsies playing mode or in his ready with a whiff punish mode, right? Like there are going to be ranges where your Railgun is going to stand at, like, you know, these kinds where he's like, oh, am I going to drive rush or am I going to press a button? Am I waiting for an anti-air? Nice clasp reset on that, but it's that right there. You saw Railgun pump faking, and you're forced, Yon Angel is forced to go for the departure teleport. And it's such a scary position now for Yon Angel. He cannot zone. He has to respect that level 3. And look at that, pump faking both of them. Railgun keeping that level 3 on deck. The drive rush coming now. There we go. He's going to try to force something, but no. Unfortunately, he is so blocking that, and he's able to pick up and punish Yon Angel, bringing this to a game 5. Dude!
Bro, this
how do you feel? You must feel like a fool.
Both of these characters need to get fucking nerfed, man. Oh my god. I'm sorry I'm dropping an F-bomb. I usually don't do that, but these two characters, bro. Please, Capcom. I beg for nerfs.
You beg them for nerfs, and then, God forbid, we see like a Rashid come up on screen. I mean, I still think Rashid's strong. But anyway, Railgun.
He's fired up. He's fired up.
That was a sweep. He didn't punish the sweep. I mean, he tried, but I'm surprised that it didn't punish. Is all I'm saying. Yon Angel raw overhead. He's like, hey, I got my damage. I'll see you later.
Oh, departure.
My God. This is so scary.
Yeah, Yon Angel still. Oh, the force knockdown. Let's put some more spikes on the screen.
Yeah, but look. Oh, this is so scary. Yeah, all the departures are there. So glad he got that crouch medium kick. Big confirmed, possibly going for the block string into level 2 to save himself some meter. And yeah, Railgun is going to have to take some big risks to escape this now that he's in the one-touch situation.
What is going on? Please, Killer Bee Sting! No, the Hail Mary!
You are crazy. You're wild. I honestly think that there's a generational trait where you just lose composure the closer you are to defeat. You're the clutch factor. The reactions may be crisp, but the clutch factor is just absolutely gone. That was crazy. Here we go. Yon Angel at set point against Railgun. This is very scary, Jay.
Chico saying this is a lore match. Yeah, these two have met each other so many times in brackets, so I don't quite know what the scoreline is, but we might go to a final game, final round. We're looping some throws here, Seth.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of them. You could have your own person.
Oh, do we throw loop again? No! John H was expecting with the backdash, though. Okay, go forward. Uh-oh. Railgun gonna force a final game, final round. Resources exactly equal between these two as well, so it's gonna be very explosive. I think we've lost Seth.
Huh? I'm here.
Oh, he's back. Oh, he's here.
Yeah, I was, you know, the travel from all the way over in the States to the European view is, the level 3 though!
No!
He's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He's so not dead yet. He's so dead.
No, nothing. Railgun could have done the level 3 Hail Mary. My goodness, Yon Angel is gonna go to the grand finals, and that's gonna be a run back from winner's semifinal. So we did lose you.
Where am I? Neo Judai? What's the meaning of this?
Yo, you got banished to the Shadow Realm, my dude. Wait, did you not draw your blue eyes white dragon?
Bro,
the Shadow Realm, dude. He sent me to the Philippines. What's going on over here, man?
Where did he go? Why is this?
Where am I, bro? What is this? Hold on.
It's going down under.
Watch this. Check this out, chat. I'm so back. I hope.
Yeah, not on the OBS Ninja.
That literally didn't change anything. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, actually,
right now
I'm gonna do you a favor. Yeah, at this moment. Hey, it's before grand finals, okay? Don't worry about not seeing me because you guys need to see the matcherino, okay?
Oh, yo.
We are right before grand finals. We have 2 codes left to claim. You guys need to get in there, show your support, okay? If we have codes left at the end of grand finals, I won't want to come back, which might, which might be good for some of you guys.
You know, I'm not. Usually, I'm not like I'm very opposed to taking hostages, but at this like, when it comes to match trainer, I will keep your stream hostage if y'all don't claim these codes.
You see what I'm saying? It's not Okay, I'm gonna send Neo Jedi a new link. Check this out.
Yeah, we got 2 codes remaining, chat. I beg, for the love of God.
We can do this. We can do this.
I cheek over this Yon Angel. He is gonna whip out the mic. Hey, he's back. There you go. All right. Final game. So final set here of the night or the morning, depending on where you live. Oh, so Railgun in chat saying that level 3 was supposed to be a spin knuckle. So unfortunate misinput there from AC Railgun, but still very good performance here on Street Fighter Duel Academy.
Yeah, absolutely. Out at third, but it's no worries as those two fight all the time. But we're here in the grand finals. Looks like Chico took round 1, starting things off pretty strong as he's coming in from the winner's side. But oh, what a whiff punish too! Going straight into level 1.
Yeah, those stocks have been so instrumental to my game plan. Like those fans turning into actual projectiles, like all the specials being amplified as well.
Ooh, trying to go stand heavy kick straight through the projectile. Kind of worked out nicely though. Okay.
Oh no. No. Can't do that.
Yon Angel. Oh, big punish counter. You can't do that. Is absolutely right. The level 1 not quite gonna kill, but he's still wary of the lows. Yon Angel just staying honest, blocking this out.
Perfect parries, man. You can see that it was like 3 in a row.
That was pretty crisp. I agree. That was pretty sick. Man, yeah, it's modern reactions, man. Haha. I'm kidding.
Oh, we're going straight to the Lord Bipson.
Yes. It's kind of a repeat from the last match between these two, right? It's just that Yon Angel's JP just does not have answers. I mean, we were using this as a conversational point about matchup spread being marginal, but the fact that OD Amnesia is basically ineffective against her fan pressure and a lot of her media pressure, it's a big tell. So switching over to Bison, where at the very least you don't have to worry about that. You can just focus on drive reversal. Don't get baited by OD Amnesia.
But then again, we saw Chico just switch into the Akuma and just mop Yon Angel with that. So we might just see a repeat of the winner's semifinals. But so far, Yon Angel pretty good. He's got a pretty decent life lead here.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gonna be the ultimate life lead after he goes for the KO. There you go. Yon Angel already doing a lot better.
Go! You say that, and then immediately the Hail Mary slide.
You know what? Trying to slide into Mai's DMs, you cannot follow a man for trying, you know.
She's a committed woman, man. Bison is a villain, for sure. Trying to home wreck Andy's home.
Bro, I mean, after he trained Hokutomaru, bro, I don't know what he's giving that kid, but I'm seeing a little bit too much online.
Oh, that's true. He is like the Andy function. But then Andy's coming. And Joe's coming, I guess. So that makes a lot of sense.
But also Ken and Chun-Li, so we're going to see more throw.
That will be fun. Neither of them so far here as Chico lands that jump in, brings him back over into the corner. Still trying to install that pressure, but oh no, the stand heavy kick could not punish that sweep. And the knee press nightmare to bust through and burn out Chico. Chico still does have that level 2. We'll see if the reactions are crisp. As the, I knew it, the Odisako Crusher was coming. I was wondering if he was going to respond with the level 2, but no, the neutral jump worked out just fine. And there it is.
The whiff punish of all whiff punishes. Gonna kill with it, why not? Let it rip. Oh, what a neutral jump to avoid the scissor kicks.
Yeah, kind of a scary situation for Yon Angel to try to go for. Just the drive rush. Scissor kicks netted him all this loss as Chico is now able to get the level 1 stock up, but still stay respectful of the pressure. Punish counter to the knee. I don't like that.
Me neither, Mero. That looks very painful.
All right, Jan Angel getting set up in the throw loop here. Is he gonna survive?
Yo.
No.
And it's
Wasn't quite the
looking
loop.
like the Bison's not the same factor as it was before. Chico is looking undeterred, 2-0. It's one more game. Yeah, and Jan Angel, he's going back to the comfort. He's going back to what he knows best. And that is that Johan Petrovic. But, and again, it might be too little too late here, Seth.
It very well could be, man. And I'm really rooting for Jan Angel in this case. As you have a long road to travel on this JP. And I mean, going for the initial switch to... He's there. Okay. Sorry.
Don't scare me like that, bro.
My North American interference. Oh, okay.
Right.
Busting through. OD.
Are you finding the throw as well?
Yeah, I'm really surprised that like the how active these two are with like throwing out projectiles, and yet still how nothing is connecting. You know, they're both really just trying to play the zoning game. They're both really trying to just like whittle the other down. But now here we go. Chico has Jan Angel in the corner.
Oh, nice.
Oh, big
opening, level 1. Looking good for Chico here. Oh.
Go with punish there, but still cutting through the fan. That was nice.
Yeah, that was a little fun. I've never seen interaction before, actually. Oh no, the punish counter throw. Chico now set point, looking so incredibly dominant.
Yeah, Chico sitting at tournament point at that too. Jan Angel was a little hesitant, tried to go for that parry and ended up getting punish counter thrown, and he is back in the corner as Mai is wont to do. But no check on that drive rush, but a huge whiff punish here. Still going to route into level 1. The stocks are dangerous. No OD amnesia for you. And Jan Angel going to just try to slowly work his way out of that corner, but also has to respect and block all this pressure.
Oh, what a way to find his way in, Chico. I don't think he can kill this. One more interaction, though.
That was possibly a kill point because she can go into the level 1 from that target combo. Did not happen there. So Chico in burnout, gonna have to earn this honestly. Oh no, Jan Angel burns himself out too. Let's hope that all of this gets blocked out by Chico. He's gonna recover his drive gauge, tries to go for the low, but the big punish from Chico is gonna secure the tournament. Duel Academy number 7 for Street Fighter 6 in